the city. I love the stalls. I love the music.
It's a festival that feels like a family gathering.
It's wonderful. There are about more than 80 writers here from all over India.
Life comes to us with multiple choices. The choices that we make decide our future. And after all, our life is a product of our own choices. There's nothing that can be so very interesting and more beautiful than finding the right choices, making the right decision at the right time. A scintillating evening to one and all present here who could make it for this today's event. A very warm welcome to the dignitaries and eminent guests of this GHR Career Connect event, What Next After 12? An aim to guide the students through the maze of confusion and unlock their career journey. I'm sure this evening will lead you to an event, a transformative path, and unlock the career journey and make you follow your dreams. Well, without any further ado, let's begin the event. And seeking divine blessings to this event would be an ideal one to start with. We invite all the dignitaries to come forward for lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom to seek the blessings of Goddess Saraswati. I request Dr. Sachin Untavle sir and Dr. Vivek Kapoor sir to please welcome our chief guest, Dr. Manoj Daigwane sir, and our keynote speaker, Simerjeet Singh sir, to the dais. Most achievers that we have known till now are a mix of 4 Ds: dedication, determination, devotion, and discipline. And we are witnessing them on the stage today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we have a very powerful dais to embrace this evocative event. We are indeed honored to welcome our dignitaries who have joined us today with a floral welcome. I request Dr. Sachin Untavle sir, Director, GH Raisoni College of Engineering, to felicitate Dr. Manoj Daigwane sir with a floral welcome and a memento. I request Dr. Vivek Kapoor, sir, Director, GH Raisoni Institute of Engineering and Technology, to felicitate Mr. Simerjeet Singh with a floral welcome and a memento. I now request Ms. Mrinalini Naik to felicitate Dr. Sachin Untavale, sir, Director, GH Raisoni College of Engineering. It's Dr. Mrinal Naik. I request Amit Gandhare, sir, to felicitate Dr. Vivek Kapoor, sir. Before we hear from our guest, it's time for a welcome address, and for which I would like to now request Dr. Vivek Kapoor, sir, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, please.
A very warm good evening to one and all present here. Chairman of Raisoni Group of Institutions, Sri Sunilji Raisoni, who is not able to join in this inaugural program, but soon he is going to. Chief guest of today's function, Dr. Manoj Dayagwane, Joint Director, DT Regional Office, Nagpur. Today's motivational speaker, Mr. Simerjeet Singh, eminent panelist, Mr. Arvind Kumar, TCS Center Head, Nagpur. Mr. Manish Agrawal, Operational Head, Tech Mahindra, Nagpur. Dr. Rizwan Ahmed, Division Head, Digital Innovation at Delaplex. Mr. Sanjeev Dubey, Chief Technology Officer at GSF. My own friend, mentor, Dr. Sachin Untavale, sir, Director, GH Raisoni College of Engineering, Nagpur. Parents, and my dear students who wish to become a successful engineer in their life. Various committee members, and everyone gathered here for today's program on a career guidance session for 12th pass students on what next after 12th, which is jointly organized by SGR Knowledge Foundation, GHR Career Connect, and Raisoni Group of Institutions. On behalf of Raisoni Group of Institutions and on my personal behalf, I welcome you all in this brainstorming session seminar organized today. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. Well said by Anthony Angelo. Keeping the same in mind, we, the Raisoni Group, have developed various learning platforms for the students and learners in establishing new milestone, successful ventures. RGI have had a proven record of producing the most educated professionals, and it is this region, the journey which started with the establishment of our first institute in the year 1998, has never ceased to grow. Our very first educational institution, GH Raisoni College of Engineering in Nagpur, today we are the proud owner of 24 different educational ventures, including 2 state private universities spread across various cities, 6 cities I can say, including Nagpur, Jalgaon, Pune, Amravati, Ahmednagar and Chhindwara. Proudly we can say that RGI is one of the leading educational group in Central India. An innovative approach at every step towards success sets the RGI apart. We choose to provide practically oriented education combined with a strong academic focus developed specifically to meet industry needs as per the latest trends, technology adopted by the industry time to time. Since the start of the journey, our motto has been the vision beyond. My dear students, the main objective of today's program is to clear your doubts, confusion, various queries, questions in your mind related to what next after 12th, which branch we should go for, as well as to make you all aware about the complete DT admission process. Highlights of today's program is the keynote session on Mindset Mastery, the Key to an Unstoppable Future by today's motivational speaker, Mr. Simerjeet Singh. Keynote sessions will be followed by the panel discussion on Discover the Hidden Gems, Unveiling Success Secrets for Engineering Aspirants with eminent panelists present amongst with us today. I request all the engineering aspirants to gain knowledge from both the sessions and decide their career path. At the end, Roadmap to Engineering Admission, a detailed presentation on DT admission process by Dr. Achal Sahare, Registrar, GH Raisoni Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur is scheduled. It's my earnest request to all the parents, students, to feel free to ask questions and clear your doubts regarding the DT admission process too. Lastly, dear students, remember that each and every one of you is unique, special, and capable of making a positive impact in this society and the world. Always remember, life is not a competition with others, but a journey to become the best version of yourself. At last, I would like to say, scientists study the world as it is, but engineers create the world that has never been. Once again, on my personal behalf, I welcome you all in this program, and I hope at the end of this program, everyone will go with the richer knowledge base with respect to what after 12th, as well as the entire DT admission process. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time for us to hear from our chief guest. It's indeed our honor to introduce Dr. Manoj Deshpande, sir, Joint Director, Regional Directorate of Technical Education, Nagpur, Principal Government Polytechnic, Nagpur. He holds his doctorate in Power Electronics Engineering and an academician with an experience of 32 years. He had chaired many national and international technical conferences. He is a life member in Indian Society for Technical Education and a member in the prestigious Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE Society. I call upon Dr. Manoj Deshpande, sir, to enlighten us with his words of wisdom. Sir, please.
Very good evening, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, parents, and my dear students. Chairman of the RGI, Sri Sunilji Raisoni, keynote speaker, motivational speaker, Simerjeet Singh, Director of GHRC, Dr. Sachin Tuntwala, Director of GHRIET, Dr. Vivek Kapoor, panelist, Mr. Arvind Kumar, Center Head TCS Nagpur, Mr. Manish Agrawal, Operation Head Tech Mahindra Nagpur, Dr. Rizwan Ahmed, Division Head Digital Innovation, and Mr. Sanjeev Dubey, Chief Technology Officer at GSF. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this gathering. And title is, What Next After 12th? $1 million question. What next after 12th? Because so many avenues are available, and here RGI have gathering of engineering aspirant. Swami Vivekananda said, education is the manifestation of the perfection already in the man. And what faculty is doing, therefore, the only duty of the teacher, we teacher, is to remove all obstructions from the way of students. Prepare them for the successful engineer, successful entrepreneur, successful job provider, not a job seeker. But there are so many avenues, but we have to think about it. Which path aspirant should choose? And the role of parent is important, because now is the era of IT. That domain is tremendously increasing or tremendously rising. Everyone want to go for a CS and IT related things, but whether only that is the branch? No. In engineering, all branches are equally important. As far as NEP is concerned, now technology in education is evolved. So many things are incorporated, and multidisciplinary approach. While discussing now, Dr. Untwala sir said that now major and minors are also there, because civil engineering can have a knowledge of CS or AI or IT, IoT, so many things. So major and minor, this aspect, multidisciplinary approach is expected by NEP. Even multi-entry, multi-point entry and multi-point exit. Then skill building, because this is the skill era. Though you are having the percentage, tremendous percentage or huge percentage in a 12th, how many classroom interactions are there? There is a question mark. You have prepared hard and going towards to mark the success or going to get the success. Skill building, every student needs to work on his skill constantly, because this is the skill era. And again, universal human value matters. Relationship with society, then self-management, time management, and health. My dear friends, your career is like a garden. It can hold an assortment of life, energy that yields to bounty for you. You do not need to grow just one thing in your garden. You do not need to do just one thing in your career. So after 12th, BE, BTech you can go, BArch you can go, BCA you can choose BSc, Information Technology, Nursing, B Pharma, BSc, Interior Design. And again, in detail, if you see the BTech, so many disciplines are there: aeronautical engineering, automobile engineering, civil engineering, computer science. So computer science again has more than 10 branches. Then biotechnology engineering, electrical, electronics, automation, robotics, petrochemical, instrumentation, ceramic, chemical, structural, transportation, construction, power engineering, robotics, textile, smart manufacturing. So these are the disciplines available. So my dear friends, what do you mean by engineering? What is the simple definition of engineering? Because everyone wants to go for engineering. So in my opinion, simple definition of engineering is the application of science and maths to solve the problems of society. You can say the society. While scientists and innovators come up with innovations, it's the engineers who apply these discoveries to the said world. Practical application, that means practicals, hands-on skills matter in engineering. All of you have seen Three Idiots. Yes? Don't chase the success, chase the excellence. बच्चा काबिल मत बनो, काबिल बनो, कामयाबी आएगी। एक इंटरव्यू था, उसमें क्या सेंटेंसेस थे? Because that attitude is required. If you want to be an engineer, दोनों टांगे तुड़वाकर मैं अपने पैरों पर खड़ा होना सिखाऊं सर। बड़ी मुश्किल से आया है ये एटीट्यूड, दैट कॉन्फिडेंस। नहीं होगा सर। आप अपनी नौकरी अपने पास में रख लो या रख लीजिए, मैं अपना एटीट्यूड रख लेता हूं। सो दिस एटीट्यूड इज रिक्वायर्ड इन इंजीनियरिंग, और वो शायद इंपीरियल कॉलेज और वही इंजीनियरिंग का ही पूरा मैटर था। सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, if you are aspirant for the engineering, then please visit the site dt.maharashtra.gov.in, and your total examination schedule and module controlled by cetcell.mahacet.org, because on that site each and every schedule is displayed. So first go to that site, see your schedule, see your registration dates, and then proceed. And I will appeal, don't go to net cafe, first go to the notification of government and then proceed. There are so many facilitation center provided by the government, FC center. Each and every college is having FC center. First visit that institute. और ऐसा भी नहीं है कि वो कॉलेज में जाके फॉर्म भरने से आपकी एडमिशन वही हो गई. But take care. Don't hand over any original documents. Then come to the result of MHT CET, PCM and PCB. Date is declared, and on 12th it is going to be declared by the CET cell. But what are the documents required? And there is a list declared by the DT कि whenever you want to fill your form, you must have following documents with you. So first one, caste/tribe certificate. If not applied, apply immediately. Then non-creamier certificate. If you want to apply in reserved category, and don't forget to receive validity certificate. Don't upload receipt of validity certificate. You have to upload that certificate before cut-off date of your round. Otherwise, finally, your admission may get cancelled. No one will get the choice कि we have applied or we have submitted the receipt of validity and there is a time to collect the validity. त्यामुळे कास्ट सर्टिफिकेट, व्हॅलिडिटी सर्टिफिकेट हे तुम्हाला इमिजिएटली प्राप्त करून घ्यायचे आहे. देन नॅशनॅलिटी सर्टिफिकेट, इन्कम सर्टिफिकेट, EWS सर्टिफिकेट, पर्सन with disability certificate, defense certificate, and one thing, all scholarships are linked with Aadhaar and bank account. So आधार क्रमांक व संलग्नित बँक खाते, शिष्यवृत्ती, शुल्क प्रतिपूर्ती, योजनांची रक्कम थेट लाभार्थीच्या खात्यात जमा होण्यासाठी आवश्यक. हे महत्त्वाचे डॉक्युमेंट्स आहेत की जे असल्याशिवाय पुढे जाता येत नाही. त्यानंतर समजा ॲडमिशन राऊंडकडे बघितलं, सो ओनली फॉर द इंजिनिअरिंग Then first year engineering and technology, 4-year duration. त्या कॅटेगरीमध्ये there are different types. Maharashtra state candidature type. Open साठी 45% minimum eligibility आहे. पहिले PCM पाहायचे. First, government used to see the PCM. But now, physics and mathematics is compulsory. And then other subjects are chemistry, biotechnology, or biology, or vocational, or computer science, or IT, or agriculture engineering, or engineering graphics. These are the subjects. Some subjects are with state board, some subjects are with CBSE or ICSE. So 40 and 45 minimum. Then different quotas are there. So I am not going into detail. Dr. Achal Shahare will give you the details. Then type, candidate type. There are different types. Candidates passing SSC, also HSC, or diploma in engineering examination from a recognized institution in Maharashtra state, and candidate who is either domiciled in Maharashtra or is born in Maharashtra. So home university, place of passing of qualifying examination falling within the jurisdiction of the respective university area, and this type is known as the type A. Similarly, type B is there, candidate who does not fall in type A but who or whose father and mother is domiciled in the state of Maharashtra and possesses domicile certificates, type B. Then who does not fall in A and B, there is a type C whose father or mother is an employee of the government of India. Then type D is mother is an employee of or retired employee of government of Maharashtra undertaking. Then type E is for the candidates passing SSC or HSC examination from recognized institution located in Maharashtra Karnataka border area. These are the 5 types A, B, C, D, E. So see the brochure clearly and then go for the types. Then finally, after filling the form and fulfilling all these requirements, your round will start and all details will be given by Dr. Achal Shahare. So what I want to tell is even one scheme is there, TFWS, Tuition Fee Waiver Scheme. But again, that scheme, and after getting the admission, you want to change the branch, there is a problem. In that case, you can't get the branch change. Tuition Fee Waiver Scheme. Scholarship schemes are available, and even if for open, depending on the income certificate, you can get the maximum scholarship, but proper documentation is required. So here I want to say that you don't underestimate yourself. You are unique. You have some value or important value. So I remember one story, कि एक जाने माने वक्ता, or you can consider this all hall also, अपने हाथों में एक 2000 की नोट लिए प्रवेश करते हैं, और उस सेमिनार हॉल में लगभग इतने ही लोग बैठे थे, उन्होंने 2000 रुपए का नोट सभी को दिखाते हुए पूछा कि कौन कौन इस नोट को लेने की इच्छा रखते हैं, मुझे तो चाहिए। सडनली सभी ने हाथ खड़े किए कि कि हाँ हम इंटरेस्टेड है, और आप में से किसी एक को मैं ये नोट देने वाला हूँ, लेकिन पहले आप मुझे कुछ कर लेने दीजिए। और उसने पूरे नोट को तोड़ मरोड़ दिया। उसके बाद उन्होंने पूछा कि अभी किसको चाहिए? फिर वही पोजीशन थी कि हमको ये नोट अभी भी चाहिए। कुछ देर बाद उन्होंने फिर से वो नोट हाथ में लिया, उस नोट को नीचे डाला, जूते के नीचे उसको खराब किया, और फिर से नोट दिखाई कि ये नोट किसको चाहिए। फिर से बोला कि ये नोट हमको चाहिए। सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, ये एक बहुमूल्य लेसन है, यानी उसकी वैल्यू कम नहीं हुई है, अभी भी उसकी वैल्यू 2000 रुपये ही है। कि इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि नोट के साथ में क्या किया, और आप अभी भी इसे लेना चाहते, क्योंकि अब भी इसका मूल्य घटा नहीं, यह अब भी 2000 रुपये ही है। सो इस चीज हम सभी के साथ होती है। कई बार अभी रिजल्ट आएंगे, सीईटी के रिजल्ट आएंगे, सोचेंगे कि सीओईपी चाहिए था, नहीं हो रहा है। सो डोंट वरी, कठिनाई से लड़ते लड़ते थक जाते, अपने जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स थे, इन सारी परिस्थितियों से जूझकर हम अपने आप को मूल्यहीन समझने लगते हैं, लेकिन इसका कोई अर्थ नहीं है। हमारे जीवन में क्या हो चुका और भविष्य में क्या होने वाला है, जो भी होने वाला है, लेकिन यू हैव यूनिक वैल्यू और आप बहुमूल्य हो। बिलीव इन यूर सेल्फ and work hard to achieve success. Definitely you will get the success, but for that purpose keep your thoughts positive, because your thought become your words. Keep your words positive, because your word become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive, because your behavior become your habit. Keep your habits positive, because your habit become your values. Keep your values positive, because your value become your destiny. तो आपको दोस्तों एक मुकाम पाना है, and for that purpose you have to work hard, and there is no shortcut for a success. So I will read लास्ट लाइन्स एंड कंक्लूड। आपके लिए पाना है जो मुकाम वो अभी बाकी है, पाना है जो मुकाम वो अभी बाकी है। अभी तो आए हैं, वही इंजीनियरिंग के एरिया में आए हैं, अभी तो आए हैं जमीन पर, आसमान की उड़ान अभी बाकी है। अभी तो सुना है लोगों ने सिर्फ आपका नाम, अभी इस नाम की पहचान बनाना बाकी है, अभी इस नाम की पहचान बनाना बाकी है। Once again, I am thankful to RGI for giving me an opportunity to interact with the students and parents. Thank you. We'll take your leave. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The next on the event, we have a power-packed keynote session, which is going to be a mind changer and indeed your life changer. I request all the dignitaries to sit back and enjoy the keynote sessions of the dais. I request Mr. Simerjeet Singh to stay back for the session. Yes. Getting started on your goals doesn't mean you have to have your entire life figured out. Your path from school to college and college to school to your career might be riddled with questions, but you don't have to answer them all at once. Confused about what next after 12th? Unlock your career journey with us. Every small step in the right direction becomes the start of something amazing. And that amazing thing starts with our mindset. Boys and girls, the keynote session for today is on the topic, Mindset Mastery, the key to an unstoppable future. This session talk is designed especially for 12th grade students and engineering aspirants. Well, let's be appraised about our keynote speaker, Mr. Simerjeet Singh, an international youth motivational speaker, a career guidance expert, who talks to young people about how they can shape their future careers. He knows what it's like to work hard and chase your dreams. He done it himself. Mr. Simerjeet's story began in a small town in Punjab, which is one of sheer willpower and determination to overcome all obstacles and reach his goals. From there, he worked in hotels across 4 different countries before deciding to help young people find their own paths. And for 14 years, he's been sharing his experiences and advices with students from over 70 different countries. He was raised by his parents who encouraged him to have dreams and aspirations, which helped him succeed against all odds. He believes no dream is too big, no place is too small, and no time is better than now. In his talk, Mr. Simerjeet will share how having the right mindset can help you overcome challenges and reach your dreams. He'll share tips on how to think positively, how to make the most out of your own skills, and how to keep going even when things get tough. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brace yourselves, that will elevate your potential to new heights. Over to Mr. Simerjeet Singh.
I know it's late, but taali to bajni chahiye. Please come on. Thank you. You are a committed audience, I must say. Saturday evening, 7 p.m. आप motivational talk सुनने आए हैं. That says a lot about you. और खुशी हुई सुन के कि नागपुर में सब लोग कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियरिंग करना चाहते हैं, कि पंजाब में तो सब कनाडा जाना चाहते हैं. It's also a nice change. Good to see the lights have come on now. तो पहले सिर्फ पॉपकॉर्न की कमी लग रही थी मुझे, right? But it's a pleasure to be here. आप में से काफी लोग 10+. For some of you, this question is actually applicable, which is, what after 10+2? How many of you here? Raise your hands. This question is actually applicable to you. Good. और कुछ parents आए हैं, और कुछ जिन पे ये question लागू नहीं है, वो भी आए हैं, उनके लिए भी एक बार जोरदार ताली. I congratulate Raisoni Group of Institutes. I congratulate the foundation. I congratulate everyone involved in putting this together. Because जब learning events होते हैं इस तरह के, तभी हम कुछ ना कुछ gain कर पाते हैं. तो as a symbolic हमारी जो tradition है, हमने lighting of the lamp ceremony की. मेरी आशा है, मेरी कामना यही है, क्योंकि सुबह मैं 3 बजे उठा था, 2 flights change किए हैं आप तक पहुंचने के लिए. जलंधर पंजाब में मेरा घर है, और वहाँ से I had to go to Chandigarh first. So मेरा पहला leg था Chandigarh to Delhi flight, and then a layover in Delhi, and then due security again. और फिर उसके बाद my second leg of that journey, फिर उसके बाद यहाँ पहुँचकर. तो I think 8-9-10 घंटे का waiting time मुझे सिर्फ यहीं पहुँचने पर लगा है. और मेरी एक ही कामना थी कि ये जो हमने symbolic ज्योत यहाँ जलाई है, एक ऐसी ही हमारे मन में भी जल जाए, तो that will be the beginning of a brighter future. That's how we create a spark of learning. And you need just 1 or 2 people, right? एक या दो भी, काफी बड़े ग्रुप में एक या दो के मन में भी कुछ स्पार्क उठ जाए, और हम सब स्पार्क लेकर पैदा हुए थे. Yes, no? हाँ? और मेरे को अच्छा लगता है जब पेरेंट्स और स्टूडेंट्स की इकट्ठे आते हैं. वायरलेस माइक भी दे दीजिए प्लीज. पेरेंट्स एंड स्टूडेंट्स इकट्ठे होते हैं एक ऑडियंस में, क्योंकि इसमें बड़ा मजा आता है, और काफी टाइम ये होता है एक दूसरे को ऐसे करते रहते हैं. देखा मैंने तेरे को, ये मैं बोलता रहता हूँ, और you know they keep looking at each other, which is a lot of fun. But we were all born with a spark. Yes, no? सब एक चिंगारी लेकर पैदा हुए थे. जिनको शक है अपने मम्मी पापा से पूछिए, राइट? वो आपको अच्छे से बताएंगे कि क्या क्या चिंगारियों से क्या क्या किया है आपने. और यही चिंगारी जो है दोस्तों, माइंडसेट मास्टरी की हम बात करें, दिस इज द मेन डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ डेड बॉडी एंड अ ह्यूमन बीइंग हु इज अलाइव. डज दैट मेक सेंस? राइट? द स्पार्क. और मुझे ये ऑडियंस देखकर बेहद खुशी हो रही है, क्योंकि काफी यंगस्टर्स हैं इसमें, काफी मुस्कुराते हुए चेहरे हैं इस ऑडियंस में. नहीं, यकीन नहीं हो रहा. आसपास देखें एक बार प्लीज. देखिए तो सही, देखिए पूरा हॉल, एवरीबडी स्माइलिंग, यस। किसी शायर ने बखूब लिखा है, एक सवेरा हुआ करता था जब हंस के उठा करते थे हम। एक सवेरा हुआ करता था जब हंस के उठा करते थे हम, और आज कई बार बिना मुस्कुराए ही शाम हो जाती है। क्यों हंसती खेलती जिंदगी आम हो जाती है, क्यों वक्त के साथ चेहरे की रंगत चली जाती है, राइट? और इसी रंगत को हमें वापस लेकर आना है। मेरी सबसे पहली चिंता देश के नौजवानों को लेकर यह है, ये चेहरे की रंगत कहां गायब हो गई? हमने क्या गलत किया है एजुकेशन में ऐसा कि चेहरे की रंगत उड़ गई? What after 10+2, ये कहानी, ये जो गोली है ना, हम इनको कब से दे रहे हैं? बेटा अभी 8th कर लो, 8th में अच्छा नहीं, फिर सेट हो जाएगा। तो अभी 10th, what after 10th, what after 10+2, फिर अगला सवाल होगा what after graduation, then what after marriage, and then what after this, and then what after this, and right? So perpetually हम एक future point में रह रहे हैं। We are living in a future point, but जिंदगी कहाँ गुजर रही है? Right in this moment. Yes, no? It's always now time. Time is a human invention. Time is a human invention. We are all living in the now. It's perpetually now. But the now we are losing. And that is where our power to change, कुछ भी बदलाव होना है, वो इस पल में होना है। सोच बदलनी है, इस पल में बदलना शुरू हो गई। All change begins in the now. But we are not using that power. And that's what this session is about. I hope जब हम finish करें, अगले 2 घंटे की वर्कशॉप के बाद मैं 30 मिनट बोलने की मेरी जो टारगेट रहेगा, उसके बाद हम Q&A करेंगे। पर मेरी कोशिश है जब हम फिनिश करें 3 चीजें काफी क्लियर हो जाएं। क्या है? हमने 3 चीजें। मुझे क्या शुरू करना है जो मैं अभी नहीं कर रहा हूं या कर रही हूं? मुझे क्या शुरू करना चाहिए? सवाल नंबर 1 पहला। मुझे क्या बंद करना चाहिए? सेकंड क्वेश्चन। मुझे क्या कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए? सो आई होप ऑन दिस नाइस सैटरडे इवनिंग वेयर देयर आर सो मेनी ऑप्शंस, आप कितना कुछ और कर सकते थे, कि हम जब फिनिश करें तो ये 3 चीजें आपके माइंड में क्लियर हो जाएं। 3 सवालों का जवाब। मुझे शुरू क्या करना चाहिए जो मैं अभी नहीं कर रहा हूं, जिससे मेरी लाइफ में काफी चेंज हो सकती है? मुझे बंद क्या करना चाहिए, मैं खुद का नुकसान कहां कर रही हूं जो मुझे बंद करना चाहिए? मुझे कंटिन्यू क्या करना चाहिए, मेरी खूबियां क्या है? Right? This is my simple target this evening. और कुछ मैं कहानियां अपनी जिंदगी की शेयर करूंगा, कुछ कहानियां इधर उधर से हैं, और कुछ हंसेंगे, कुछ सोचेंगे, और कुछ रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे, और थोड़ा लंबा सांस खींचेंगे। और आशा है कि जब हम इस हॉल को छोड़कर जाएं, आपके चेहरे पर एक बड़ी सी मुस्कान हो। जो अभी नहीं है तो अपने आसपास वालों की तरफ देखिए, एक बार स्माइल कीजिए उनकी तरफ देखकर। Yes, let's try this. No, let's try it. Look at them, look at the person sitting next to you and smile at them until you get a smile back. कोशिश तो करो। आई नो कहीं रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आएगा कई जगह, पर कोशिश करने से क्या है? कोशिश कर, हल निकलेगा। आज नहीं तो कल निकलेगा, हैं? कोशिश करेगा। कम ऑन, डू इट, डू इट, डू इट, डू इट, डू इट। लुक एट द पर्सन सिटिंग नेक्स्ट टू यू एंड स्माइल एट देम। अच्छा, ये है ना कि जो बंदा अपनी जिंदगी में खुश ना हो, उसको दूसरे की स्माइल से परेशानी बहुत ज्यादा होती है। सो ये जो कॉन्फ्रेंस रूम में तो एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छा है। बाहर जाके मत ट्राई कीजिएगा हर जगह। बाहर गए कल क्या सिमरजीत की टॉक में क्या सुना, माइंड में स्माइल करो दूसरे के ऊपर, और आप स्माइल करेंगे, बोले आप इतने खुश क्यों भाई साहब, हैं? तुम्हारी जिंदगी में कोई टेंशन नहीं है, राइट? तो कहते हैं ना, परेशान व्यक्ति, जो परेशान आत्माएं होती हैं, इनको दूसरी की स्माइल देखकर बहुत चिंता होती है, इनको एक्चुअली एलर्जिक रिएक्शन होता है। तो फिर ये कहते हैं कि मैं भी क्यों ना कुछ ऐसा क्रिएट करूं कि ये भी मेरे जैसा हो, मेरे क्लब में शामिल हो जाए, राइट? और क्लब्स की हम बात करें तो दुनिया में अलग अलग तरह के क्लब्स हैं, और एक क्लब है जिसमें हमारे भारत के युवा नहीं होने चाहिए। उस क्लब का नाम है GCA। कोई गेस करना चाहेगा क्या है GCA? जिन्होंने मेरे वीडियोस देखे हैं, हाथ खड़ा कीजिए। उनको जरूर पता होना चाहिए। ग्लोबल कंप्लेनर्स एसोसिएशन। ये क्लब है, वो लोग जो हर वक्त जिंदगी के शिकायतें ही करते रहते हैं, शिकायतें ही करते रहते हैं। हमारे एक मित्र थे, नहीं अभी मैं भी कहना बंद कर देना चाहिए, वो मित्र किसी दिन वीडियो देख लेगा और मेरे से बहुत नाराज होगा। पर चलिए, एक इमेजिनरी पर्सन है जो शुरू से यूके जाना चाहता था, राइट? और पर उसको जिंदगी के हर मोड़ पर शिकायतें थी। तो जब हम क्लासमेट्स थे, ओ यार ये क्या है, ये बकवास से कोर्स में मैंने एडमिशन ले ली है। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू गो थ्रू हैव फेलो स्टूडेंट्स लाइक दैट, जो और यही कहते रहते क्या बकवास से कोर्स में मैंने एडमिशन ले ली, कुछ नहीं होने वाला, राइट? तो उसको हमने कहना नहीं ऐसे नहीं है, तू उसको देख, वो ये कर रहा है, वो ये कर रहा है। अच्छा, तो उसको थोड़ा सा हम मोटिवेट करते थे। तो नेक्स्ट लेवल पर गया, अब ये क्या भी है, कुछ इसका कुछ नहीं होने वाला, कंट्री का कुछ नहीं होने वाला, मौसम का कुछ नहीं होने वाला। मैं कहता हूँ करना क्या चाहता है? मैं यूके जाना चाहता हूँ। तो पासपोर्ट बनाया तूने? पासपोर्ट नहीं बनाया मैंने। तो वो क्यों नहीं बनाया? वहां लाइन बड़ी लंबी थी, हमने उसको फॉर्म ला के दे दिया, वो लाइन में किसी को एजेंट को देके फॉर्म भी भरवा दिया, जनाब का पासपोर्ट भी बन गया। हमारा एक फ्रेंड यूके में एंटरप्रेन्योर है, उसके 6-7 रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं, इनकी जॉब भी वहां लग गई, जॉब लग गई, सर यूके पहुंच गए। हमने कांग्रेचुलेशंस कहने के लिए फोन किया, अरे इनको ऐसे लोगों को कांग्रेचुलेट भी नहीं करना चाहिए। तो हमने कहा खुश, आज तो खुश हो गए, कांग्रेचुलेशंस पहुंच गए, योर ड्रीम इज कम ट्रू। या बारिश बहुत पड़ती है यहां पर। इंडिया में मेरी वाइफ एमबीए के बच्चों को पढ़ा रही थी, यहां नर्सरी वाले बच्चों को पढ़ाने की भी जॉब नहीं मिल रही। मैं कहा यार ओके बाय। एंड दिस इज व्हाट यू माइंडसेट मास्टरी करनी है, तो ऐसे लोगों को क्या बोलना है? ओके बाय, आई विल टॉक टू यू लेटर। क्योंकि ये वायरस है, क्या है? आई डोंट हियर यू, आई नो इट्स सैटरडे इवनिंग। ये क्या है? वायरस। ये बड़ा खतरनाक वायरस है, स्प्रेड हो जाता है एक जगह, और इसे स्प्रेड करने के लिए अलग अलग माध्यम बने हैं आजकल, व्हाट्सएप, इंस्टाग्राम, रील्स, ट्रेंडिंग, राइट? तुझे वो 2012 में नहीं होता, दुनिया खत्म होने वाली है, रिमेंबर दैट? 2012, some of you are pretty young at that point of time, but 2012 में दुनिया का, मेरी भांजी ने होमवर्क करना बंद कर दिया। So my sister said to me, दुनिया को मोटिवेट कर रहे हो, इसको देखो होमवर्क नहीं कर रही है। उसका आर्गुमेंट बड़ा सॉलिड था, मामू दुनिया खत्म होने वाली है, आप भी एंजॉय कर लो, कोई होमवर्क नहीं कर ये बच्चों का लॉजिक है, राइट? So you have to be very clear about 3 things. What should I start doing, which I'm not doing at the moment? What should I stop doing, जहां मैं खुद का नुकसान कर रहा हूं? What should I continue doing, जो मैं सही कर रहा हूं? इससे पहले हम इस डायनामिक्स में जाएं, मैं थोड़ा रूम की एनर्जी चेंज करना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि कोई भी रियल वर्ल्ड में चेंज तब तक नहीं होती जब तक क्या नहीं चेंज होता? एनर्जी नहीं चेंज होती। You know how powerful energy is, और ये चीजें इंजीनियरिंग में आप पढ़ोगे from a scientific perspective. I'm talking from a mental perspective. You ever have that person who walks into a room and you want to talk to them? ऐसा होता है आपके साथ? Yes? You ever have that experience कि आप कहीं बैठे थे और एकदम से कोई शख्स आया और आप एकदम से वो नेगेटिव वाइब्स फील करना शुरू कर? वो क्या है? एनर्जी है। और इस एनर्जी को ही ट्रेन करना हमारे यंगस्टर्स का सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज रहेगा। पेरेंट्स को भी कहना चाहता हूं, यंगस्टर्स को भी, क्योंकि बाकी सारी मुश्किलें तो बड़ी स्पीड से हल हो गई हैं हमारे कंट्री में। इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम्स एंड सो मेनी अदर प्रॉब्लम्स। पहले मॉडेम नहीं चलते थे और इंटरनेट कनेक्शंस, डायल अप कनेक्शंस होते थे। जब मैं यूएस से वापस इंडिया आया तो बटाला मेरा जो होम टाउन है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट गुरदासपुर में बॉर्डर टाउन है, तो वहां मुझे इंटरनेट यूज करने के लिए एसटीडी कॉल लगानी पड़ती थी। इस जनरेशन को वो भी नहीं पता होगा एसटीडी कॉल क्या होती थी। To dial an STD call from Batala to Jalandhar, BSNL was the only provider, वो भी डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाती थी और वेब पेज भी पूरा का पूरा डाउनलोड नहीं होता था। और आप लोगों को रोज रात ब्राउजिंग हिस्ट्री डिलीट करनी पड़ती है, राइट? सो the world is different for you. It's a different world. But anyway, before I go any further, everybody stand up, please. All of you, can we all stand up? Yes, yes. Just stretch a little. थोड़ा stretch कर लीजिए। किसी को hit नहीं करना है आसपास। और ये कोशिश करेंगे कि spread both your arms out as far out as possible. Spread both your arms out like this. I want you to inhale, right, deeply and hold your breath for a few seconds. Inhale करेंगे। आप सोच रहे हैं आज बाबा रामदेव अलग डिफरेंट कपड़ों में कैसे आ गए, right? But this works, huh? It really changes your energy. हाथ स्प्रेड करके लंबा सांस करके यहां हम होल्ड करेंगे जितना लंबा कर सकते हैं, एंड देन उसको एक्सहेल करेंगे। You with me? Yes? Let's do it. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. Do it once more. Stretch your arms out. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. ये थर्ड टाइम स्माइल के साथ करना है। नागपुर, where is the smile? Come on. नहीं? ओके, चलो ऐसे करते हैं। इमेजिन करिए आपके अभी $10 मिलियन की लॉटरी निकली है। Come on, yes, show me क्या फीलिंग होगी आपकी। सर, भाई साहब, व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज आया, $10 मिलियन की लॉटरी निकली अभी। फिर कुछ तो एक्साइटमेंट दिखाओ। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं कि जिस पर्सन से आप सबसे ज्यादा, जिस पड़ोसी से सबसे ज्यादा नफरत करते हैं उसकी 20 मिलियन की निकल आई है। अभी वहां नहीं गए हम। अभी कह रहे हैं हमारी 10 की निकली है। डीप ब्रेथ इन, उसी इमोशन के साथ। कम ऑन, डीप ब्रेथ इन, इनहेल एंड होल्ड एंड एक्सहेल। Rub your hands together. This is a very secular exercise, no chanting involved. Come on, rub your hands together. थोड़ा और जोर लगाइए। Yes, yes, yes. Put in a little bit more energy with a smile. भाई साहब, खो गया कुछ आपका? हैं? नुकसान हो गया? Okay, now rub both your hands on your eyes. Remind yourself, life is good. Deep breath in. Life is? Some of you are not sure about it, but okay, I can't change that in 45, 30 minutes. But no sitting down. ये क्या कुर्सियों से प्रेम क्यों है इतना सबको? अभी बैठना नहीं है. अभी part 2 of the exercise. This is what we will do now. I want you to take a deep breath in now, and you will do this motion with me. You will inhale like this. Try it. Deep breath. And you will contract your body. क्या करना है? Body को contract, right? Contract all your muscles. You will feel different. I promise you that. Just try it. Breathe. Inhale. Contract. Then exhale. Okay? जब हम exhale करेंगे, we'll go 3, 2, 1. We'll explode on a yes. Let me give you a demo. This is how it works. Deep breath in. Contract. Make sure your calves, your arms, your whole body is contracting. And yes. Okay? With me now. Deep breath in. Inhale. Contract. Hold. Yes. Once more. Deep breath in. Yes. Once again, make sure you feel the tension right from your toes to your shoulders to your entire body. Once again. Deep breath in. Yes. Fantastic. Give a high five to the person sitting next to you. Give a high five and sit down. Feel better? Let's go first slide. Just change the feed on the LED, please, to the PowerPoint. Great. So the first thing in changing your mindset is this. When energy changes, before anything changes, energy must change. क्या है? Can you repeat after me? कुछ भी बदलने से पहले, can you take care of this, please, sir? This icon. कुछ भी change होने से पहले क्या change होना जरूरी है? Energy. You with me? ऐसे होता है आपके साथ? किसी दिन लगता है आज तो कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आ रहे तो आज दुनिया जीत लेंगे. Yes? किसी दिन ये होता है मैं पैदा ही क्यों हुआ था? Right? ये हो क्या रहा है? मैं गलत जगह पे पहुंच गया. And what's different? Change क्या हुआ उसमें? It's how you feel about yourself. आप कैसा महसूस कर रहे हैं उस दिन अपने बारे में, दुनिया के बारे में, right? किसी शायर ने बाखूब लिखा है कि सोच को बदलो दे तो सितारे बदल जाएंगे. That's $1 billion business, by the way. सितारे प्रिडिक्ट करने का. सोच को बदलोगे तो सितारे बदल जाएंगे. नजर को बदलोगे तो नजारे बदल जाएंगे. कश्तियां बदलने की जरूरत नहीं. कश्तियां बदलने की जरूरत नहीं. दिशाओं को बदलोगे तो किनारे बदल जाएंगे. कश्तियां बदलने की जरूरत नहीं. दिशाओं को बदलोगे तो किनारे बदल जाएंगे. It's when we change our direction, our destinations begin to change. And वो change करने के लिए, especially for our youngsters, we do not need anyone's permission, right? That is something you can start immediately. और ये देखिए, ये है हमारे driving force of this country. This is our legacy. कि जिसको काम करना हो तो उसके निशाने 1000 होते हैं, और जिसको काम ना करना हो तो उसके बहाने 1000 होते हैं. Yes, my future engineers? आप एक डांस करते हैं. मैं नहीं कह रहा आप इन पर्टिकुलर, हम सब करते हैं, मैं भी करता हूं. उस डांस को टोनी रॉबिन्स ने कहा है डांस ऑफ डिनायल. सुना है उसका नाम आपने? डांस ऑफ एवरीबॉडी. व्हाट इज इट? डांस ऑफ. वो ये कि काम मेरे सामने पड़ा है, मुझे पता है करना है, बट मैं डेस्क ठीक नहीं है यार, ऑफिस का व्यू ठीक नहीं है, अभी वो वायरलेस की स्पीड ठीक नहीं आ रही, अभी वो थोड़ा यूकलिप्टस ऑयल डाल के जरा रूम का माहौल चेंज कर, अभी ये करते हैं, अभी वो करते हैं. वो काम वहीं पर पड़ा रहता है. वो और इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. वी डोंट अटैक इट, बट जिसको द वंस हु डू आर द वंस हु क्रिएट रिजल्ट्स. वी लिव इन एन एरा ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन, फ्यूचर इंजीनियर्स, एरा ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन. क्योंकि आइडियाज की कमी नहीं रहेगी अब. चैट जीपीटी ट्राई किया सबने? यस नो? या, गो टू चैट जीपीटी. चैट जीपीटी एक्ट लाइक अ लीडिंग यूथ मोटिवेशनल कोच and generate for me 10 topics that I can present to a young audience. 10 topics. Ideas की कमी नहीं रहेगी अब. पहले भी नहीं थी वैसे. इंडिया में तो स्पेशली नहीं होती. फैमिली मेंबर्स से गेट टुगेदर, तू ये कर ले यार, तेरे को वो करना चाहिए, तेरे को पता है लेटेस्ट क्या चल रहा है, तेरे को पता है ट्रेंडिंग क्या है. फिर मेरे जैसा पर्सन कोई बिल्कुल क्रेजी आइडिया ले आता है. 8-10 साल होटल इंडस्ट्री में काम करने के बाद, वर्किंग विद सम ऑफ द टॉप ब्रांड्स, मेरे जैसा कोई पर्सन कहता है मुझे आइडिया है यार, मुझे इंडिया वापस जाना है और स्पीकर बनना है. मेरे फैमिली में कई लोग, ये ना बाकी भाषाओं में अलग अलग एक्सप्रेशन होते हैं. सिमरजीत, व्हाई वुड यू डिसाइड टू लीव योर सिक्योर करियर एंड परस्यू मोटिवेशनल स्पीकिंग? अंग्रेजी में यही पूछेंगे ना, कुछ लोग श्योर नहीं है. यस? पंजाबी में इसका एक एक्सप्रेशन होता है, हैं? क्या होता है? हैं? तो ये आपका मिशन है इनोवेटर्स, दुनिया को इतने ऐसे ऐसे आइडिया दो कि दुनिया बोले हैं. You have to give the world more हैं moments. So I came back, I said 2000, I'm leaving my UK residency, my Canadian residency, my US green card was going through. मुझे इंडिया वापस आना है. तूने पक्का कुछ गलत किया होगा. नहीं, कुछ नहीं गलत किया. स्पीकर बनना है, बनाने हैं स्पीकर. वो ऊर्जा वाले बड़े अच्छे बनाते हैं अंकल. बनाने नहीं है, स्पीकर बनना है. हॉबी अच्छी है, पैसे कैसे कमाएगा हैं. तो it was like है moment after है moment after है moment. And this is what you need to do. आपको पुश करनी है अपनी क्रिएटिविटी कि दुनिया बोले हैं. ये इंडिया ने किया है, राइट. यू गॉट टू डू दिस बिकॉज हम इतने यूज्ड टू हो चुके हैं टू कलर बिटवीन द लाइंस. यू विद मी? हमें मार्क्स इस चीज के दिए जाते हैं किसकी ड्राइंग अच्छी है, जिसने बॉक्सेस में कलर किया. अरे माइकलैंजेलो को बोला होता तुम बॉक्सेस के बीच में कलर करो, हम तुम्हें अच्छे मार्क्स देंगे. सो यू हैव टू लुक बियॉन्ड द मार्क्स. You have to develop, if there is artificial intelligence out there, you have to develop human intelligence, the real creative intelligence, general intelligence about things. Because tech will make huge advances, but it will still be a slave. As we were talking about it earlier, आपने कहा कि हमने तो बनाया है, ऐसी कौन सी चीज़ है हमारे काबू के बाहर चली जाएगी, हमने बनाया है. But it will aid and develop you. So जिस world में आप enter करेंगे as you graduate will be very different. पर वो कहते हैं ना कि जब तक input change ना हो तो output नहीं change होती. You with me on this? जब तक क्या नहीं चेंज होता है, इनपुट चेंज नहीं होती तो क्या नहीं बदलता. जो लोग आउटपुट अलग चाहते हैं पर इनपुट नहीं बदलते हैं उनको क्या कहा जाता है. मैं नहीं बोलूंगा वो शब्द स्टेज पर वो लोग जिंदगी की हर मुसीबत को फेस करने की बजाय फोन पकड़ते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम रील्स देखना शुरू कर देते हैं. इट्स ऑलवेज द मोस्ट कन्वीनियंट थिंग टू डू ना. ये प्रॉब्लम है, क्या कोई बात नहीं, कोने में गए फोन पकड़ा फिर से रील शुरू हो जाएगी, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. ये ना कोकेन है हमारी जनरेशन की, कोकेन. बिकॉज जिन लोगों ने बनाए हैं सोशल मीडिया अपने बच्चों को नहीं यूज करने देते, राइट. पर पूरी दुनिया को लत लग गई है इसकी. एंड देयरफॉर मैंने कहा था ना, एरा ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन है. क्या है एग्जीक्यूशन? आइडिया सबको आएंगे पर उस आइडिया को कन्वर्ट कौन करेगा? जो इंस्टाग्राम से फ्री होगा वो कन्वर्ट करेगा, राइट. फिर से वही 3 सवाल. मुझे स्टार्ट क्या करना है, मुझे आगे क्या था, स्टॉप क्या करना है, मुझे कंटिन्यू क्या करना है, राइट. यही है रेसिपी. नहीं तो ये मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर वाला तो ये जो जंजाल है ना, ये जो बन चुका है, आप ऐसे फंसेंगे इसमें, ऐसे फंसेंगे वीडियो आफ्टर वीडियो. और लोग, वो मेरी लाल फरारी खड़ी है बाहर, मैं पहले साइकिल चलाता हुआ था, साइकिल के भी वो व्हील्स नहीं थे, पहिए नहीं थे उसके, अब देखो मेरी रेड फरारी है बाहर. और इसने दिमाग खराब कर दिया है हमारे बच्चों का. अनरियलिस्टिक एक्सपेक्टेशन सेट कर दी हैं कि शायद कोई जादू कोई शॉर्टकट है जिससे वो रेड फरारी आ जाती है. 9 to 5 में तुम अपनी जिंदगी बेकार कर रहे हो, राइट. दिस इज दे आर फीडिंग दिस टू द माइंड्स ऑफ. नॉट एवरी इंडिविजुअल कैन बी एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. यस, नो. नॉट एवरी इंडिविजुअल शुड बी एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. खतरनाक होगा कुछ लोगों का जॉब छोड़ के एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना, गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. सो आपकी समस्या क्या है, आपको उसका हल ढूंढना है. ये मोटिवेशन का जंजाल तो बड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स है, इसलिए मैंने खुद को मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर कहना ही बंद कर दिया है. क्योंकि जब भी ये बोलो, टाइटल यूज करो, लोग कहते अच्छा मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर, मुझे मोटिवेट करके दिखाओ. अंकल कोई गेम नहीं है, कोई स्विच नहीं है ऐसे कि ऑन हो जाएगा, आपको मोटिवेट करके दिखाऊं. तो आई कॉल माई सेल्फ डिस्ट्रप्शन कोच, which is I help major companies deal with change and disruption to embrace change. उसका शॉर्ट फॉर्म बन गया DC. उसके पीछे भी मेरा थोड़ा सा एक स्कीम थी. मेरी दादी जी गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट थी अपने टाइम में, लीडिंग गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट ऑफ डिस्ट्रिक्ट गुरदासपुर. हमेशा कहती थी मेरा पोता UPSC क्लियर करेगा. तो वो तो मैंने की नहीं. मैंने तो हर जगह अपने परिवार को ऐसे ही स्थिति में डाला है कि फैमिली मेंबर सेड हैं, राइट. तो वो सारे मेरे परिवार में डॉक्टर्स थे. तो मेरे को तो ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है, ये एक्स क्यों इधर है, मेरे को नहीं समझ आ रहा है. मैंने कॉमर्स लिया. दैट वाज द फर्स्ट मोमेंट एवरीबॉडी सेड हैं. फिर कॉमर्स 2 साल करने के बाद होटल मैनेजमेंट का फॉर्म मेरा दोस्त ले आया. मैं आज कहानी नहीं बताऊंगा, मेरे चैनल पर है वो कैसे हुआ. तो मैंने होटल मैनेजमेंट का फॉर्म भर दिया. हम दोनों चंडीगढ़ घूमने गए, उसमें सिलेक्शन हो गई. इसलिए ये कहता हूं जिंदगी का जो आगे का रास्ता है कभी स्ट्रेट नहीं होगा. माय यंग फ्रेंड्स, डोंट एक्सपेक्ट दिस, इट विल बी अ स्ट्रेट पाथ. इसमें बड़े टर्न्स आएंगे और हर टर्न पे आपको एडवेंचरर बनना है, एक्सप्लोरर बनना है, इनोवेटर बनना है। तो होटल मैनेजमेंट का टेस्ट क्लियर हो गया, मैंने कहा वो इंटरव्यू भी दे आया मैं, घर आके मैंने सिर्फ लेटर दिखाई, और बस होटल और मैनेजमेंट शब्द सुनकर थोड़ा सा मेरे पेरेंट्स को मैनेजमेंट शब्द सुनकर थोड़ा सा हुआ कि ठीक है कुछ भी। मेरी दादी जी बहुत टेंशन में थी, हैं मेरा पोता तू वेटर बनेगा, क्या करेगा क्या, राइट? तो फिर मैंने थोड़ा सा सोचा कि कुछ चलो डिसरप्शन कोच ऐसा टर्म बना लिया कि एटलीस्ट आई विल बी एबल टू प्लीज हर सोल अ लिटिल बिट थ्रू सम मीडियम्स, बट यू हैव टू फाइंड योर ओन पाथ फॉरवर्ड, दैट रियली इज द की, एंड योर माइंडसेट इज द की, बिकॉज ऑप्शंस की कमी नहीं है। यंग फ्रेंड्स, लेट मी आस्क यू, भारत विश्व की अगर बड़ी जीडीपी के मेजरमेंट से इकोनॉमीज की बात करें तो भारत कितने नंबर पर आता है? कैन वन ऑफ माय यंग फ्रेंड्स आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन प्लीज? शाउट आउट, जोर से बोल दीजिए। सेवंथ? Youngsters especially? Okay, it was in Jan or Feb we overtook UK to be the 5th largest economy, right? By population numbers, we exceeded China a couple of weeks back. We crossed China, right? So think about that. Think about the possibilities. You're in a country with the 5th biggest GDP in the world, with the highest domestic market for anything that you want to sell or serve or service or product. You're living in a very exciting world. You're living in a world of chat GPT, of options. देखें आप, I was so impressed Raisoni group of institute की जो मैं सर आपसे जब बातचीत हो रही थी, AI की कैसे इंटीग्रेशन हो रही है, हर कोर्स में ऑफर किया जाता है, क्रॉस डिसिप्लिनरी कैसे कोर्सेज ऑफर हो रहे हैं, इट्स अ ब्रांड न्यू वर्ल्ड। और आपको कैसे यूज कर, यू नीड अ फ्रेश पेयर ऑफ आइज, यू नीड अ फ्रेश अप्रोच। वही टेम्पलेट जब तक आप इनपुट नहीं चेंज करेंगे तो आउटपुट नहीं चेंज होगी, एंड दैट्स व्हाट यू रियली नीड एट द मोमेंट। सो अ कपल ऑफ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स दैट आई वांटेड टू शेयर विद यू, एंड देन वी विल ओपन फॉर Q&A. Right? But let me just present this gentleman here, talking about कि वो ये power of ordinary है. This is what I call the power of ordinary. Extraordinary का तो सुना होगा आपने, है ना? Be extraordinary. मैंने उसका reverse किया है. I say use the power of ordinary. These folks are not using extraordinary resources. ये ordinary resources को extraordinary ढंग से use कर रहे हैं और ये results create कर रहे हैं. This young chap is defeated the sitting world champ of chess, and he's a young kid sitting somewhere in Tamil Nadu, if I'm not wrong, and 13 or something. That natural talent, right? This is a country where we belong to, where this action is already happening. You have to choose. आपको कहाँ, कौन से क्लब में शामिल होना है? आपको क्या बनना है? डक या ईगल? Mindset is. पहली चीज यही है, स्क्रीन को भूल जाइए थोड़ा टाइम, पहला सवाल यही है, डक बनना है कि ईगल बनना है? ये क्लियर कर देते हैं इनकी सोच कैसे होती है। इमेजिन करें कि लाइन है, यहां से रूम में जा रही है, यहां से वहां तक मेरे दोस्त जो लास्ट में बैठे हुए हैं, ठीक है, ये वाला हिस्सा डक की साउंड निकाल सकते हैं कि डक कैसी आवाज करती है? नहीं, थ्योरेटिकली नहीं, करके बताना आपको। ये बड़ी लेजी डक है यार, कम ऑन। Yes, a little bit. I need a few motivated ducks. Come on. Louder. Louder. So let's see if this side को मौका दिया जाए. Can they be better ducks than you or not? I'm sure you'll do a good job. All right. What do ducks sound like? It's definitely better. Once more. So ये ducks की आवाज, eagles की आवाज कैसी होती है? हाँ? नहीं, ऐसी नहीं होती. ज़्यादा creative हो गए आप. Eagles की आवाज कम होती नहीं है. ईगल ऊंचाई से उड़ती है, अपने वो शिकार को ढूंढती है, it just grabs its prey and goes away. शोर नहीं करती हैं ईगल्स, नॉनसेंस फजूल की बातें नहीं करती हैं. Shake someone's hand on your right and left and remind them, duck नहीं ईगल बनो. Say it now. Say it now. Don't be a duck, be an eagle. Shake someone's hand and remind them, don't be a duck, be an eagle. फिर से एक बार duck की आवाज सुने. Everybody together, 1, 2, 3, go. And this is what you hear. तुम ठीक नहीं हो, मैं ठीक नहीं हूँ, ये सब गड़बड़ है, पैदा क्यों हुए थे, दुनिया ठीक नहीं है, सड़कें ठीक नहीं है, मौसम ठीक नहीं है, गर्मी बहुत पड़ रही है, सरकार ठीक नहीं है, कल्चर ठीक नहीं है, इतिहास ठीक नहीं है, blah 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 blah. Everything is wrong. Everything is wrong. Run away from these people. This virus. You have to protect your positivity. Okay? These are the ducks. और दुनिया में तब एक डक दूसरी डक को मिलती है. हाँ? हाँ, वो तो शुरू होता है क्वैक क्वैक. तो होता ही है. मैम ये तो कहते हैं ना, वो बॉलीवुड में कहते हैं केमिस्ट्री, These two actors have great chemistry. One duck meets another duck. एक स्टूडेंट जो डक माइंडसेट में है, उसको दूसरा स्टूडेंट मिला डक में, तेरे को भी लगता है कुछ नहीं होना, मेरे को भी लगता है सब बड़ी बड़ी बातें, कुछ नहीं होना, चला क्लास बंक करते, कैंटीन में बैठ के चाय पीते हैं। और ये बन गया डक क्लब का नया चैप्टर, जिसके आप मेंबर बन गए और आप अपनी जिंदगी गंवा दोगे इस क्लब में। डक नहीं, ईगल बनना है। ईगल्स बड़ी कम तादाद में होती हैं। बाय द वे, आई एम इन द सिटी ऑफ टाइगर्स, नो, टाइगर कैपिटल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड है ना, पर टाइगर भी कभी कभी भूल जाता है कि टाइगर टाइगर है। वो कहानी थी ना, ओशन आई थिंक सुनाई थी, आई डोंट नो, दिस इज स्टोरी विद दिस बेबी टाइगर कब इज वेरी कंफ्यूज्ड, उसको आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस हो रहा है। क्या हो रहा है? वो अपनी मदर से पूछता है, मॉम मैं सोच रहा था हम कौन लोग हैं? तो मदर सो रही थी एकदम से, ये क्या बेहुदा सवाल है ये, यू आर द किंग ऑफ द जंगल। रियली मदर? यस। Mom, why do I have these big claws and powerful muscles? This is to run fast and to catch your prey. ये इसलिए ये सब कुछ। Really, mother? तो वो हर सवाल पूछता है, उसको शक, उसकी मदर उसका शक दूर करती है, उसको कन्विंस करा देती है कि तुम जंगल के राजा हो। तो कहता है, मदर अगर आपकी सारी बातें सही हैं तो हम इस समय जू में क्या कर रहे हैं? What are we doing in a zoo? कई बार शेर भी भूल जाता है कि वो शेर है, उसकी काबिलियत क्या है। कि इस ठहरे हुए पानी को देखकर ये मत कहो कि इसमें रवानी नहीं है। युवाओं के लिए कह रहा हूं ये, इस ठहरे हुए पानी को देखकर ये मत कहो कि इसमें रवानी नहीं है। जिस दिन उठेंगे तूफान बन के उठेंगे, अभी तो हमने उठने की ठानी नहीं है। The day you decide, and that is the day your body language will change. I tell to all the youngsters, your parents will notice it. You will be a different person. जिस दिन आपको 5-10% भी आइडिया हो गया ना कि मेरा मिशन क्या है, आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज चेंज हो जाएगी, आपकी चलने की स्पीड बदल जाएगी। ज्यादातर यंगस्टर आजकल कैंपसेस में रिकॉर्ड करना चाहिए, वैसे ये भी स्टडी करना चाहिए। बॉडी लैंग्वेज टेल्स अस हाउ वी आर फीलिंग। ज्यादातर यंगस्टर्स आजकल ऐसे चलते हैं कैंपस में, पैर घसीट कर। तुम तो भाई साहब पैर उठा लोगे तो ज्यादा कैलोरीज बर्न हो जाएंगी, राइट? दिस हाउ पीपल आर वॉकिंग। बट द डे यू डिस्कवर योर पर्पस, यू विल बी अ डिफरेंट पर्सन, एंड दैट्स व्हाट यू नीड टू डू। और आपका सबका पर्पस अलग है। सो 5 things I really want to touch upon very, very quickly. Number 1, this choice is, will you be a duck or a eagle? Determines everything. Don't hang out with the ducks. आप ducks के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करेंगे, खुद duck बन जाएंगे। उनकी कहानी आपकी कहानी बन जाएगी, जैसी संगत का असर हो जाएगा। उनके रीजंस, क्योंकि इनके कन्विंसन रीजंस होते हैं। तो कह रहा है देश का कुछ नहीं होने वाला, वो 50 खबरें छोड़कर, मुंबई, नवी मुंबई में नया एयरपोर्ट बन रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, सड़कें छोड़कर वो सड़क के एक गड्ढे की फोटो खींच के आपको भेजेगा। मैंने कहा था ना कुछ नहीं होने वाला। इसे कहते हैं सेल्फ फुलफिलिंग प्रोफेसी। व्हाट्स इट कॉल्ड? साइकोलॉजिस्ट कॉल इट सेल्फ फुलफिलिंग प्रोफेसी। मैंने खुद ही भविष्यवाणी की और उसमें यकीन किया, अब खुद ही पूरी कर रहा हूं। So you have to ask yourself, ये एजुकेशन सिस्टम बेकार है, पर मैं 4 साल इसी एजुकेशन सिस्टम में लगाऊंगा। भाई क्यों नुकसान कर रहे हो अपना भी और दूसरों का भी? एटलीस्ट कमिंग टू कॉलेज, कम विद अ पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट, राइट? मैंने होटल मैनेजमेंट की और ये 96 to 99 की बात कर रहा हूं मैं, और सैलरीज कुछ नहीं हुआ करती थी उस समय, बड़ा टफ प्रोफेशन था। पर एक शख्स थे पूरे भारत में, और हम सारे होटल मैनेजमेंट स्टूडेंट्स, उनका ही नाम, उनका ही आसरा था, शेफ गिल, जो उस समय मौर्या शेरेटन के हेड शेफ थे। बुखारा एक रेस्टोरेंट है, आप शायद आपने नाम सुना हो, बड़ा बेहतरीन रेस्टोरेंट है, उसके हेड शेफ थे। और कहा जाता था, हमने पे स्लिप नहीं देखी थी, पर कहा जाता था कि शेफ गिल की सैलरी 1 लाख रुपए महीना है। 96, 99। हर ये नया जो आया चंबाला, जो पॉजिटिव माइंड था, उसके लिए एक ही तिनका था, तेरे को पता है शेफ गिल की सैलरी कितनी है? 1 लाख रुपए महीना। और न जाने कितने लाखों होटल मैनेजमेंट स्टूडेंट्स शेफ गिल की सैलरी स्लिप जो किसी ने देखी नहीं, यही कर करके पास हुए। तो एक कॉन्फ्रेंस में मेरे को शेफ गिल मिल गए। मैंने कहा सर आपको पता है आपने कितनियों की नैया पार लगाई है? तो मेरे को समझ नहीं आई, बेटा क्या कह रहे हो? मैं कहा सर आपकी सैलरी 96, 99 में 1 लाख रुपया थी। आई डोंट थिंक सो, तो एग्जैजरेशन थी। आई वॉज वन ऑफ द हाईएस्ट पेड शेफ्स, बट मेरी इतनी सैलरी नहीं थी। मैं कहा सर हर बच्चा जो सकारात्मक सोच वाला था ना होटल मैनेजमेंट में, वो आपकी इस र्यूमर को पकड़कर ही पास हुआ है। जो नेगेटिव वाले थे उनका तो हमने देख ही लिया कि सीढ़ियां तो वही होती हैं, किसी के लिए ऊपर जाती हैं, किसी के लिए नीचे जाती हैं, फर्क तो सिर्फ सोच का होता है, राइट? द नेक्स्ट थिंग आई वांट टू टॉक टू यू अबाउट, स्पेशली इंजीनियर्स, इज वर्क एथिक। क्या है? वर्क एथिक। दैट्स व्हाट आई कीप माय स्लीव्स रोल्ड। हमें जो स्टिग्मा है हमारे कंट्री में हाथ कंधे करने का, we need to get over the stigma if we have to be builders, entrepreneurs and leaders. We can't, हम सब स्क्रीन के आगे नहीं बैठ सकते हैं, हम सबको स्क्रीन के आगे नहीं बैठना चाहिए, खतरनाक होगा, right? Engineering means to build things, to solve problems. इसलिए शर्म दूर कर दीजिए कि मुझे अपने हाथों से काम करना पड़ेगा। सिर्फ कीबोर्ड चलाने से ही दुनिया नहीं बदलती है। You have to enjoy the joy and passion of building things. ये SpaceX जैसी कंपनी है, ये और जो Boeing जैसी कंपनीज, and all that can be done right here in India. But we need to change our work ethic. और मैं एक पर्सनल एग्जांपल आपसे शेयर करना चाहता हूँ। 1999, 2000 में मैंने जब होटल मैनेजमेंट में एडमिशन ली, तो मैं सिडनी ऑस्ट्रेलिया पहुंचा। पहले मैंने 3 साल चंडीगढ़ में कंप्लीट किया, 1 साल का एडवांस प्रोग्राम था। वहां पहुंच के मैं 10 दिन यूनिवर्सिटी शुरू होने से पहले वहां पहुंच गया, और रोज खाली बैठे हुए, कुछ नहीं मिल रहा था। एक दिन मैंने थोड़ा आसपास देखा, सिडनी को एंजॉय किया, दूसरे तीसरे दिन मैं बोर होना शुरू हो गया। तो मेरा एक फ्रेंड था जो रोज सुबह अपने ओवरऑल्स पहन के ना, फैक्ट्री के ओवरऑल्स पहन के कहीं जॉब करने जाता था। मैंने कहा भाई तू क्या काम करता है? तो कार वॉश करता हूँ। क्या काम था? कार वॉश। कितने पैसे मिलते हैं? $12 पर आवर, और टैक्स काट के $10 इन हैंड। मैंने अपना वो स्केड्यूल चेक किया, यूनिवर्सिटी कब शुरू हो रही है, 10 दिन थे बीच में। पर इंडिया में कभी अपनी गाड़ी साफ नहीं की थी। मैं कहा कल पूछ के आना उनको, और वर्कर्स चाहिए? कहता ठीक है दिखाऊंगा। अगले दिन आया, जॉब ऑफर भी थी और ऑरेंज कलर का ओवरऑल भी ले आया मेरे लिए। 1.5 घंटा मैं बस में बैठ के वहां पहुंचा जहां मुझे जाके कार साफ करनी थी। 1.5 घंटा, ठीक है, 1.5 घंटा वापस आने में लगा। कर आके लॉन्ग स्टोरी शॉर्ट, उस 8 दिन के टाइम में मैंने $500-600 कमा लिए। और वो जो नशा था ना सेल्फ रिलायंस का, उसके बाद उससे बड़ा नशा कोई नहीं है। दैट इज, इट इम्प्रूव्स योर कॉन्फिडेंस सो मच। डोंट एवर बी अफ्रेड। और आज तक वो चीज मेरे को हेल्पफुल है, क्योंकि मेरे में वो जो एक फियर फैक्टर था, एक एम्बैरेसमेंट जो होती है, जो सपोजिटली जो माइंड में होती है, दैट वाज गॉन। सो वी ऑल नीड टू डेवलप अ स्ट्रॉन्ग वर्क एथिक। लॉट ऑफ यंगस्टर्स ऐसी आप अवॉइड करते हैं इस चीज को, मैनुअल लेबर को, हम उसको वो तवज्जो नहीं देते। बट दैट्स द फाउंडेशन ऑफ ऑल इंजीनियरिंग, ऑल एंटरप्राइजेस, इज द एबिलिटी टू वर्क विद योर हैंड्स। नेक्स्ट वन, पीपल स्किल्स। आई नो एप्पल ने नए हेडसेट लॉन्च कर दिए, देखे आपने वो? पहले तो किसी को वैसे को बात नहीं सुनता था, सबके कान में ईयरपॉड्स लगे होते थे। अब किसी का अटेंशन लेने के लिए वो भी हटाना पड़ेगा जो ऊपर है, इसको हटाओ, मेरी बात सुनो। You will need to work with other people, right? ChatGPT है, कितनी टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं, सब कुछ अकेले नहीं कर पाओगे। ये जो कला है ना, एंड्रू कार्नेगी के टूमस्टोन पर लिखा हुआ है, Here lies a man who knew how to enlist in his service better men than himself. Here lies a man who knew how to involve in his team better men and women than himself. That is the ability of all entrepreneurs, all people who move forward in life, is their ability to deal with other people. Communication, right? ये जो WhatsApp ने ओके को भी शॉर्ट फॉर्म कर दिया आपने यार, इस जनरेशन ने ओके का भी शॉर्ट फॉर्म है के, right? And that's really where we're going to. But your ability to connect and build trust, ये चीजें essential हैं। मार्क्स काउंट करेंगे आपके, बट ये बाकी चीजें भी और आपको काफी काम आएंगी। नेक्स्ट वन इज continuous learning, unlearning and relearning. You are in charge of your own curriculum also. The institution will play a huge role, but आप जिस भी सब्जेक्ट में enroll करते हैं, आपकी लर्निंग का चार्ज आपको भी लेना है। 2020 में जब कोविड हुआ, कोविड होने से पहले मेरी लाइफ ये थी, स्टेज पर जाकर बोलना। और एकदम से जब लॉकडाउन्स हुए और सारी कॉन्फ्रेंसेस बंद हो गई, हमें ऑफिस में वर्चुअल स्टूडियो बनाना पड़ा, क्योंकि सर्वाइवल की बात थी। और मैंने कभी कुछ, आई वॉज न्यू टू दिस इंडस्ट्री, एंड लिटरली आई हैड टू बी ऑन माई नीज to move those wires together, वो कैमरा एंगल कैसे सेट करने हैं, वो कैसे वो वर्चुअल स्टूडियो बनाना है। पर उसमें मेरे को वो फिलॉसफी काम आई जिसे जापानीज कहते हैं द बिगिनर्स माइंड। क्या कहते हैं? द बिगिनर्स माइंड। कि कभी भी अहंकार नहीं आना चाहिए आदमी में। ना किसी कॉर्पोरेशन में, ना किसी लीडर में। बिगिनर्स माइंड जापान की फिलॉसफी है, पर इसी को किसी शायर ने उर्दू में भी बड़ा अच्छा बयान किया है कि तुझसे पहले भी जो शख्स इस तख्त पर ताजो नशीं था, तुझसे पहले भी जो शख्स इस तख्त पर ताजो नशीं था, उसको भी अपना खुदा होने का इतना ही यकीन था। उसको भी अपना खुदा होने का इतना ही यकीन था। पर जब बदलाव आएगा तो वो कोई वार्निंग नहीं देगा। सो देयरफॉर यू मस्ट लर्न टू कंटिन्यूअसली लर्न, अनलर्न एंड रीलर्न। ये स्टैटिक प्रोसेस नहीं है, it should continue into adulthood also. That's how your brain remains alert. And the final one, your life, my young friends, will never be a straight line. Right? Planning ऐसे पहले मैं ये करूंगा, फिर ये करूंगा, फिर ये करूंगा, फिर ये करूंगा। मेरी नीस जब छोटी थी ना, बच्चों का माइंड ऐसे चलता है, मामू मुझे एस्ट्रोनॉट भी बनना है, मुझे प्रेसिडेंट भी बनना है, मुझे बुक भी लिखनी है। मैं कहा बेटा इतना कुछ कैसे हो जाएगा? बड़ा सिंपल है, पहले मैं एस्ट्रोनॉट बनूंगी, क्योंकि मैं एस्ट्रोनॉट बन गई मेरे को प्रेसिडेंट बना देंगे, अब मैं प्रेसिडेंट हूं तो सबको मेरी बुक खरीदनी पड़ेगी। राइट? बच्चे का दिमाग कैसे चल रहा है? इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल क्रिएटिविटी ऑफ अ चाइल्ड। और ऊपर वो कहते हैं ना कि when the gods laugh when men make plans. चाइनीज कहावत है एक, when human beings are making their plans, the gods are laughing. कर ले बेटा जितनी करनी है प्लानिंग, एंड में तो मेरी चलेगी। राइट? और इसीलिए आपको ये स्वीकार करना है, एक्सेप्ट करना है कि nobody gets out of this show alive. Not this particular show, sorry to spook you, but this show, this drama of being here on this planet, nobody's getting alive. So develop that sense of adventure. Osho, he said it beautifully. Why are you so afraid of change? Learn to detach from that. The real adventurer in you should come out. Why are you so attached to things when nothing is permanent? कुछ भी permanent नहीं है, right? तो उन चीजों को challenge करो। क्या करना है? वही 3 सवाल फिर से। मुझे क्या करना है? Start क्या करना है? Stop क्या करना है? Continue. एक क्लीन स्लेट की तरह एज यू एंटर यू इंजीनियरिंग लाइफ, और मुझे नई स्टडी हैबिट्स क्या बनानी है, मुझे पुरानी कौन सी हैबिट्स बंद करनी है, मुझे कंटिन्यू क्या रखना है। दैट रियली इज द की टू डिस्कवरी। डोंट बी अ स्लेव ऑफ योर पास्ट। वो चीज काम की मैं वही करता जाऊंगा, नहीं, दुनिया बदल गई है। यू हैव टू मूव अलोंग, यू एक्चुअली हैव टू बी अ फ्यू स्टेप्स अहेड। दैट रियली इज, अगर सिंपल भाषा में पूछा जाए कि लीडरशिप क्या है, लीडरशिप इज द एबिलिटी टू सी व्हाट अदर्स आर नॉट सीइंग एट द मोमेंट। अब जैसे डेमोग्राफिक की बात कर ले, इंडिया इज द यंगेस्ट पॉपुलेशन इन द वर्ल्ड। इकोनॉमिस्ट के लास्ट इशू में भी आया है, द कोरिलेशन बिटवीन एज एंड इनोवेशन इज वेरी वेरी हाई। इन पॉपुलेशंस व्हिच आर ग्रेइंग, इनोवेशन एंड नंबर ऑफ पेटेंट्स दे आर फाइलिंग वो कम हो रहे हैं उतने। इसलिए सबसे ज्यादा पेटेंट अभी इंडिया से आने वाले हैं पोटेंशियली, एंड देन कम्स अफ्रीका, बिकॉज द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड द ग्रोथ रेट इज स्लोइंग। सो वी हैव टू सी दुनिया में क्या बदलाव आ रहा है, जिस दुनिया में मैं कदम रखूंगी, विल आई बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इट और नॉट। डक्स के साथ हैंग नहीं करना है, हैंग आउट नहीं करना है, यू हैव टू बी विद एन ईगो, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट यू टू डू वेरी क्विकली। इससे पहले कि हम Q&A ओपन करें, लंबा सांस खींचे। आई वांट यू टू टर्न टू द पर्सन सिटिंग नेक्स्ट टू यू एंड से हेलो, से हाय और नमस्ते और व्हाटएवर, राइट? उनसे शेयर कीजिए कोई एक चीज जो आपको अपील की, एनी वन टेक अवे, any one thing that you liked. आपका सबसे important takeaway क्या है? भाई मेरे को ये चीज सही लगी. First you will speak and then it will be the other person will listen. Is that a signal for me to finish? No? Okay. Questions and post them. And then let's quickly do this. It's a very powerful exercise. Deep breath in once again. And say hi to the person sitting next to you. Very quickly, let's exchange thoughts on the सबसे बड़ा takeaway आपका क्या रहा इस छोटी सी talk का. Let's do it. Now I'll come back with questions. मुझे बहुत ही खुशी होगी आने वाले कुछ दिनों में अगर आप एक दूसरे को पॉइंट आउट कर सकते हो, डोंट बी अ डक, डोंट बी अ डक, यू आर बीइंग अ डक, यू आर बीइंग अ डक, राइट? कुछ भी एक चीज आपको पीली. यू डन विद दैट कॉन्वर्सेशन? यस, गुड. विल नाउ गो टू Q&A and then we'll see how much time we have. I leave that to you, moderator. Questions हैं? I hope हो यार. नहीं? Anyone has a question you would like to ask regarding the mindset or any other things I talked about? We give it some time, and then you have somebody with a mic around? And if you want to keep in touch with me, ये QR code है, आप इसे scan कर सकते हैं, and it'll take you to everything, podcasts and YouTube and everything. Anyone in the room has a question? This is the issue. I saw this the other day also. Somebody was giving a talk on career counseling, some very well-renowned person. And he had an audience of about 20 people. Not one asked a question. Okay, great. Well, sir, can you please stand up? Can we give him a round of applause, please?
Like you said about things like we just cope up with things by scrolling Instagram reels when we are depressed or thinking about some random stuff which are problems of our life. So my question is, like, for current, I'm really stressed about something like result. My upcoming result is going, and I'm just stressed ki what gonna happen in my future, like what college I will gain, and what I will going, like what I'm gonna do.
Right.
So how can I just stop this overthinking that I'm having right now?
Okay.
Like I'm literally overthinking and like what is gonna happen to me in future.
So how busy was your brain before examination or during examination?
Like
On a scale, wait. 0 to 10 की scale पर exam के दौरान आपका brain productively कितना busy था?
like 8.
बस 8 ही, come on. मम्मी पापा नहीं आए साथ में? बोलेंगे मैं बोला था ना 8 क्यों है? 10 होना चाहिए. पर काफी busy था. Yes, no? अब वो busyness कम हो गई है.
Yes.
अब वो 8 से drop होके 2 पर हो गया है और उसकी खाली जगह कौन भर रहा है? Instagram. So you need to change that. You are at the prime of your physical, mental, intellectual ability. You are a powerful force of nature who can make so many things happen. आप free बैठेंगे तो naturally time pass ढूंढेंगे. आजकल की जो नशा है वो Instagram है और बाकी और बुरी आदतें available हैं. So human mind, you leave it. This is the thing about mind mastery. You leave your brain unattended. ये वो गाड़ी है जिसके वो जो permanently इसके wheels balance नहीं होते. Brain को unattended छोड़ेंगे, it'll go towards negative always. So you have to do something to redirect it to for something nice. Try something new. Buy a bicycle, go out cycling, learn cooking, grow something in your garden, yoga, weightlifting.
Like I tried it. I just started doing some random stuff right now.
बस ठीक है.
But there are times when I just sit around and like doing nothing.
That's
like
okay.
just sitting.
You need that
and
too.
I just overthink things. Like sometimes like parents and friends like call me and they're like, "Bhai, aisa ho gaya, problems ho gaye," and all that duck things. Okay. So that happens with me. And like,
जब ducks की बारिश होती है तो रेनकोट पहनना जरूरी है. तो duck सभी ducks को नाराज नहीं कर सकते. उनको हाँ जी 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 वो झाड़ते जाओ अपने ऊपर कुछ मत गिरने दो.
Exactly like my friends and my parents and like all like होता है कि कॉलेज क्या मिलेगा and अब ये करना पड़ेगा and वो करना पड़ेगा और
मैं बता सकता तो बता देता पर मेरे को नहीं पता है खुद. तो तू क्यों ऐसी स्थिति में डाल रहे हो खुद को? राइट क्योंकि मैं नहीं बता सकता हूँ. टाइम बताएगा. सो अभी सभी चिल आउट करते हैं थोड़ा सा.
Exactly. That's my point is that overthinking how to cope up with that.
आप चिल करो बाकी सब चिल करेंगे. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless you. All right, next question. Cool. So if we don't have any further questions, I'd like to wrap it up with a very short, quick story. Do we have time for a story? Stretch तो नहीं हो गया ज़्यादा? पर लग रहा है मुझे stretch हो गया.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है.
हाँ जी.
जैसे आपने कहा कि भाई प्रेजेंट में जिया करो.
जी.
है ना? लेकिन जनरली क्या होता है कि फिर फ्यूचर की प्लानिंग करना ही नहीं.
Naturally.
करना नहीं है.
नहीं करना है. It's part of human experience.
मतलब इनडायरेक्टली हमको तो फ्यूचर के लिए सोचना ही पड़ेगा.
Right.
उसके लिए आज प्रेजेंट में कुछ करना ही पड़ेगा.
Right.
अगर हम प्रेजेंट में ही रहे या पास्ट से कुछ सीखे नहीं तो फ्यूचर कैसे प्लान करेंगे फिर?
Great question. And part of the life experience यही कहता है कि हम अपने अतीत की गलतियों से सीखें, आगे की प्लानिंग करें. पर रहना हमें इन दिस मोमेंट है. हमारी कुछ भी चेंज करने की जो कैपेबिलिटी है वो इस मोमेंट में है. कई बार इस एनालिसिस में अबाउट फ्यूचर एंड द प्लान्स एंड पास्ट की डाइसेक्शन में हम जो करंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ उनको खो देते हैं. मैं पर्सनली काफ़ी ऐसे लोगों को जानता हूँ, कईयों को कोच किया मैंने, जो अपनी काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम से बाहर आना चाहते हैं बट दे कैन नॉट बिकॉज वो करंट दिन निकल गया. आज मेडिटेशन की, आज वॉक के लिए गए, आज कुछ अच्छा खाया, कुछ अच्छा म्यूजिक सुन, नहीं पर मैं पास्ट के बारे में सोच रहा था, फ्यूचर के बारे में सोच रहा था। तब तक वो सी अवर दिस मोमेंट नाउ इज अ आउटकम ऑफ द पास्ट रेजिडुअल एंड वो उसमें है, तो दे आर ऑल इम्पैक्टिंग, बट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड परमानेंट रेजिडेंस हमारा यहाँ पर है, फ्यूचर रेजिडेंस कैन बी समवेयर एल्स। सो परमानेंट रेजिडेंस स्टेटस नहीं खोना है एट द मोमेंट टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज फॉर अदर थिंग्स।
थैंक यू सर। लेकिन और एज ए पेरेंट हमारे सामने अभी हमारे जो बच्चे 11th-12th में, कोई 10th में 12th में, क्या होता है हमेशा कभी कभी हमको ऐसा डर लगता है, हम उनको डरा तो नहीं रहे फ्यूचर नहीं तो ये नहीं करेगा तो वो ऐसा खराब हो जाएगा, तो उस पर क्या मतलब उसको समझाना कैसे, क्योंकि डर तो दिखाना ही पड़ेगा ना।
ये तो बचपन से ही दिखाते हैं, हम खाना खा लो मतलब ये हो जाएगा।
अगर हम उसको बोलेंगे भाई तू प्रेजेंट में ही रहे, आगे कुछ होना
मतलब... उसका नतीजा देख रहे हैं ना, 300-400 लोग हैं हॉल में, 2 सवाल आए मेरे पास, ऐसा डर हम क्यों फैला रहे हैं? मैं थोड़ा डिसएग्री करता हूँ इसमें। ये हिंदुस्तान में हमने ये डर जरूरत से ज्यादा फैलाया हुआ है और ये कॉलोनियल माइंडसेट का आउटकम है, क्योंकि उन क्लासेस में हमें सवाल नहीं चाहिए थे। जब हुक्मरान और थे तो बच्चे सवाल पूछें नहीं चाहिए, तब क्लर्क्स चाहिए थे हमें, और उसी का रेजिडुअल इफेक्ट चल रहा है। हम बदलने की क्षमता रखते हैं, हमें बदलना है। मुझे इस चीज़ का दुख है कि 800 लोगों में 400-500 लोगों में से सिर्फ 2 सवाल आए हैं, वो भी आई थिंक फादर एंड सन सिटिंग टुगेदर एंड और मे बी जस्ट 2 people sitting together, good, but why you have a resource who spent 15 years of his life, अब खुद की बात कर रहा हूँ, to do all this, who spent 8 hours to be here today, nobody has a question. ये कैसा डर पैदा किया हमने, पेरेंट्स ने भी, टीचर्स ने भी, सिस्टम में भी इतना डरा दिया कि बस डर से ही जी रहे हैं। फिर पता क्या होता है, हमारे ही बच्चे दूसरे सिस्टम्स में जाके क्यों फ्लरिश, खिल जाते हैं। 50 से ज्यादा यूएस की टेक कंपनीज के सीईओ इस टाइम इंडियन ओरिजिन के हैं। आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग इंडियन अमेरिकन्स, आई एम टॉकिंग इंडियन बॉर्न सिटीजन्स जो वहां गए और उस सिस्टम में खिल गए। हमें यहां भी चाहिए वो, गलत होने की परमिशन दें हम, प्लीज। सबसे मेरी हाथ जोड़कर रिक्वेस्ट है, वी हैव टू अलाउ अवर किड्स टू मेक मिस्टेक्स। हमने गलतियों को इतना स्टिग्मा कर दिया है कि बस वो रेड कलर का क्रॉस, वो सारा वो जो उसकी एग्जिस्टेंस है वो सही होने में लग गई। अगर एज अ स्पीकर सर मैं यही बोलूंगा जो आपको पसंद आएगा, मैं अपनी दिल की बात नहीं कर पाऊंगा कभी भी। यूर विद मी? मुझे वो रिस्क लेना है कि मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूं, और यही इन बच्चों को क्षमता डेवलप करनी है, ये क्या करना चाहते हैं। क्योंकि हम, खालिल जिब्रान ने कहा था, बड़ी खूबसूरत है, ज्यादा लंबा हो गया बट उससे क्लोज करते हैं, योर चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट योर चिल्ड्रन। अब और खफा होंगे मेरे साथ, मेरे भी दो बच्चे हैं। योर चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट योर चिल्ड्रन, दे आर द सन्स एंड डॉटर्स ऑफ लाइफ इटसेल्फ। They come through you but not from you, and though they are with you, they belong not to you. आपके साथ हैं but they don't belong to you, they belong to tomorrow which we have not seen. तो हम उनको आजाद, हम कोच बने, अच्छे कोच बने। हम वो जो वो धोनी का क्लिप वायरल हो रहा था ना रिसेंटली, वो कोच है, वो जरूरत से ज्यादा इंटरफियर भी नहीं कर रहा, माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट भी नहीं कर रहा, गायब भी नहीं हो रहा है, वो है वहां पे, कैप्टन कूल, ही इज देयर, एंड दैट्स व्हाट अ पेरेंट नीड्स टू बी। हम इनकी प्रॉब्लम्स का हल अभी नहीं दे सकते हैं, क्योंकि जो आने वाली प्रॉब्लम्स जिन्होंने सॉल्व करनी है तो पता ही नहीं है कैसी होंगी। तो हम इनका आत्मविश्वास बढ़ा सकते हैं। हम ये कह सकते हैं, बेटा तुम गलतियां करोगे, करना, बट एक गलती बार बार मत करना, राइट? उस सेल्फ करेक्शन में आए, then and only then this country will be able to unleash its true potential। जब हमारे यंगस्टर्स में वो जो स्वामी विवेकानंद वाली जो स्पिरिट थी कि जब तक तुम खुद पर यकीन नहीं कर सकते, तुम्हें भगवान पर भी यकीन करने का हक नहीं है, कहा उन्होंने, क्योंकि भगवान तुम्हारे भीतर है। तो यही आत्मविश्वास हमें इनमें डालना है, वो गलत होने का डर खत्म करना है। विद दैट आई से थैंक यू वेरी मच, दिस हैज बीन अ वंडरफुल डिस्कशन। थैंक यू। Hello. One last one from the sir. Ji sir.
Sir, while getting the result of the students, जैसे बच्चों के जो results आते हैं, बच्चे बहुत negativity में चले जाते हैं। We the parents try to motivate them in different ways. Sometimes giving examples of others, sometimes बहुत सारी बातें होती हैं, हम हमारे एग्जाम्पल्स देते हैं, हमारे पास्ट के एग्जाम्पल्स देते हैं, उसके बाद आजू बाजू के लोगों के एग्जाम्पल्स देते हैं। बट व्हाट आई हैव सीन इज कि इस तरह से वो और ज़्यादा नेगेटिविटी में चले जाते हैं। तो हाउ टू मोटिवेट देम एट होम to create something good, or rather I will say to get them positive?
सर एक बार तो उनको झटका लगा है, वो महसूस तो करेंगे उसको नेचुरली, बिकॉज डर की बात कर रहे थे हम, तो बच्चा ये जानिए कि जब वो खुद परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा है, वो खुद अंदर से आपसे ज़्यादा परेशान है. हम उसको उस चीज़ को समझ नहीं पाते. अगर उसकी परफॉर्मेंस उसके अपनी एक्सपेक्टेशन के अकॉर्डिंग नहीं गई तो हमसे ज़्यादा परेशान वो है. हम ये गलती ना करें, वो शायद एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पा रहा, तो कुछ समय तो वो इस चीज़ में रहेगा, वो हर्ट फील करेगा. एंड इट्स ओके, उनको समय दें, क्योंकि उसमें से कुछ अच्छा निकल कर आने वाला है. या तो दृढ़ निश्चय निकल कर आने वाला है कि अब मैं करके दिखाऊंगा, या कुछ अंडरस्टैंडिंग निकल के आने वाली है. हम रोक नहीं सकते हैं उस प्रोसेस को. ये जो ओवर प्रोटेक्टिव पेरेंटिंग है, ये डेंजरस हो जाएगी. कुछ जगह झटके लगेंगे, और वो झटके लगकर ही समझ आएगी. तो थोड़ा लाइटर नोट पे, पंजाब में एक जीप के पीछे लिखा हुआ था कि अकल बादाम खाकर नहीं धक्के खा के आती है. अकल बादाम खाकर नहीं धक्के खाकर आती है. तो हम एज पेरेंट्स बादाम ही खिलाना चाहते हैं, पर जब तक कुछ धक्के नहीं लगेंगे तो वो पूरा नहीं होगा. थैंक यू सर, बड़ा अच्छा सवाल था. मैत्री शरण जी गुप्त की द्वारा उनकी कविता की चंद पंक्तियों से मैं अपनी वाणी को विश्राम देता हूं कि न रहो ना निराश करो मन को, न रहो ना निराश करो मन को. उस कविता में से है ये. प्रभु ने तुमको कर दान किए हैंड्स, प्रभु ने तुमको कर दान किए, सब वांछित वस्तु विधान किए. तुम इनका ना करो उपयोग, कहो तो है ये किसका दोष कहो. नर हो ना निराश करो मन को, समझो ना अलभ्य किसी धन को. नर हो ना निराश करो मन को. हम सबको याद दिला रहे हैं कि एज ह्यूमन बीइंग्स वी आर द प्राइम क्रिएशन. एआई भी अभी हमें टच नहीं कर सकती. वी आर द टॉप मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंस क्रिएटेड. हमें निराश होना इजाजत नहीं है. पंजाब में हम जब मिलते हैं तो एक दूसरे को कहते हैं चढ़दी कला विच रहो. सुना है ये टर्म किसी ने? चढ़दी कला मीन्स, चढ़दी मीन्स ऊपर, कला मीन्स माइंड सेट. दैट मीन्स सिखिज्म में ये थॉट प्रोसेस है, इटर्नल ऑप्टिमिज्म. चढ़दी कला कुछ भी हो, यू हैव टू मेंटेन अ पॉजिटिव माइंड सेट, रिमेन इन हाई स्पिरिट्स प्लीज. दैट्स व्हेन वी कैन फाइंड बेटर सोल्यूशन. सोल्यूशन तो ढूंढना ही है. आपकी मुश्किलें, मेरी मुश्किलें यही रहेंगी, पर जब हम पॉजिटिव एक नज़रिए से देखते हैं, वी आर एबल टू फाइंड बेटर सोल्यूशंस. थैंक यू.
Well, that was really a wonderful session by Mr. Simerjeet Singh. Hats off to your energy and keeping the vibes on. Shifting gears, there's more. Well, we have next in the flow which is a panel discussion which will reveal the hidden gems and success secrets for engineering aspirants from top IT experts. And the topic is Discover the Hidden Gems, Unveiling Success Secrets for engineering aspirants from top IT experts. It's time for us to welcome our panelists for the discussion onto the stage. First, we have with us Mr. Arvind Kumar, Central Head of TCS Nagpur. Sir, we request you to come onto the stage. He has been with Tata Consultancy Services for the last 30 years. In the current role of Center Head of TCS Nagpur, he is responsible for the overall functions, including providing leadership for business growth, innovation delivery, administration, and operations of TCS Nagpur. During his long association with TCS, Arvind sir has played multiple roles and interacted with industries from many countries like USA, UK, Japan, and name a few. He's actively involved in many technical and professional associations and communities. He is in the Board of Studies and Academic Senate of many engineering institutes. Mr. Arvind Kumar has held the position of the Vice Chairman and subsequently Chapter Chairman of the Computer Society of India. Similarly, he was also vice chairman and chairman for IEEE Nagpur subsection. Currently, he's the chair, industry relation in IEEE Mumbai section. Sir was also a jury for many years in Tata Innovista, an innovation platform for Tata employees. He has done his BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from IIT Bhubaneswar. I request Dr. Sachin Untavalai, sir, Director GHRC, to welcome and felicitate Mr. Arvind Kumar, sir. We have with us Mr. Manish Agrawal as our panelist. I request you to come onto the stage, sir. He is a management professional with Bachelor of Engineering from GH Raisoni COE, a 17 plus years of professional experience in the field of information technology. He has multitude of roles and also is a key enabler for the fast-track growth of the organization. He has proven record of accomplishment of positive results. He is also an expert to multitask and manage multiple complex assignments with success and numerous accolades. He holds extreme ownership and passionate to deliver outcome, driving internal growth with continuous improvements towards cost reduction, enhancing efficiency, and driving process automation. I request Dr. Sachin Untavalai, sir, to welcome and felicitate Mr. Manish Agrawal, sir. Our next panelist is Dr. Rizwan Ahmed. He is known as a passionate, solution-focused professional with a comprehensive global background with the information technology, information security, and cybersecurity fields. He is in high demand globally for his inspiring and insightful keynote speeches for conferences, internal meetings, marketing events, and strategy sessions. He is a division head of digital innovation at Delaplex. He is recipient of multiple global awards and honors for his professional and social contribution. He has close to 2 decades of professional experience in IT industry as innovative hands-on technology executive. He is a technology leader, entrepreneur, keynote speaker, tech evangelist, startup advisor and angel investor, agile coach, and an author. Sir, I request you to be onto the stage. I request Dr. Vivek Kapoor, sir, to welcome and felicitate Mr. Manish Agrawal, sir. Sorry, Dr. Rizwan Ahmed, sir, sorry. And our moderator for the panel discussion, Mr. Sanjeev Dubey, sir. Sir, I request you to please be on the dais. With a remarkable career planning and spanning close to 26 years in the technology domain, Mr. Sanjeev Dubey has consistently demonstrated his expertise and leadership prowess, holding honorary positions in various leading blue chip MNCs across the globe. He's currently serving as the Chief Technology Officer of Global Schools in Singapore. He continues pushing the boundaries of innovation in fintech and education domain. His focus lies in harnessing the potential of cutting-edge deep tech and emerging technologies such as IoT, data science, and cyber resilience to drive the growth and digital transformation of these sectors. His visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to excellence enabled him to transform institutions into digital leaders in their respective markets. Recognizing his exceptional contributions, he was honored with the prestigious CIO 100 Innovative Award and acclaimed as the Hybrid Workplace Pioneer winner. I request Dr. Vivek Kapoor, sir, to welcome and felicitate our moderator, Mr. Sanjeev Dubey. The panel discussion promises to provide invaluable sights and guidance as you navigate the world of engineering, so be prepared to learn from the best. Over to the moderator of the panel discussion, Mr. Sanjeev Dubey.
So thank you, Raisoni Group, for inviting us over there for this panel discussion. And I'm quite honored to be over here with such an eminent panelist with us over here. So to start with, I will not take much of our time over there. So as we understand that engineering plays a key role in shaping up and advancing our society by providing grooved solutions to specific problems with integrated knowledge on engineering principles as well as basic sciences. As our, I would not say motivational speaker, because he said that don't want to call to be like that. He was talking about the same thing as what we want to do, or what we not want to do, and what we want to continue to doing over there. It is really, really important for all the engineering aspirants to be very focused over there, to take themselves for the future and to make themselves available for facing any challenges which will come in. As he said, the road will not be straight. There will be a lot of hurdles coming in, but then we'll have to have the capability built in. So that's where the discipline of engineering is extremely broad and encompasses a range of more specialized fields of engineering, each with a more specific emphasis on particular areas of applied science, technology, and types of applications. So as we move, I would like to invite our panelists as a stepping stone, because this is at a very crucial time for any aspirant to take ahead over there with their careers to give a thought. So as a stepping stone, how the engineering aspirants would get better insights and trends to take an informed decision on discovering different branches, their relevance, mapping to their interest. Also, a request, if you can share your success stories, challenges faced, and the moment of glory of achieving where your various milestones and where you are right now. So can we start with you, sir?
Yeah, thank you, Sanjay. See, my journey for engineering, I would not say that it was a very planned way. It was an accidental. I was a topper from class 1 to class 12 in Kendriya Vidyalaya, a place called Gaya in Bihar. So when in 11th, class 11th, I went to receive the report card from the vice principal. He said that, Arvind, you have been topper all along, but if you do not clear JEE, then what is this? So I just collected my report card and came out of that particular room, and I asked my friend, then Rakesh, what is this JEE? He said, you don't know? What is this JEE? It is a joint entrance examination, and it's supposed to be very tough. Okay, is it very tough? Yes, it's tough. Then I asked, how do you appear for this examination? You don't know? There is a newspaper in which it comes, and I think it is going to come now. So yes, can you give me the newspaper cutting? And he gave me the newspaper cutting. And I asked my father that I want to appear in this JEE examination. And I asked the same friend that besides JEE, are there any other tough examination? He said, "Ki, there is an examination that happens for Roorkee. Today it is an IIT Roorkee. And there is another examination that's called ISM Dhanbad." So, okay. So I will appear for all these three. And since I had a biology also in class 11, 12, and my biology teacher always said, "Yes, you need to do something in biology." I said, "Is there anything for biology as well?" "Yes, there is an CBSE examinations that happens for medical." So I just appeared for these 4 examinations, okay? The first examination was for ISM Dhanbad. It was very subjective, lengthy questions. I came out of the examination, I told my father that I'm not going to clear this examination. And then the second examination was for Roorkee. There were a lot of questions, a lot of numericals. In fact, there was an architecture section as well. Okay, it's so many questions. I'm not going to clear this examination. But when it came for JEE, after that examination, I said, I will definitely clear these examinations, okay? And then after a month, there was a medical CBSE as well. I said, okay, I will clear this examination as well. And after a month, the examination came in the newspaper. It was the same. I could not clear this Dhanbad one. I could not clear the Roorkee one, but I did clear the JEE. And I did clear the medical after I joined IIT BHU Varanasi, okay? So I chose to continue the engineering. That's how actually I say that it's an accidental, to be very honest, okay? It's an accidental because I was not aware about the engineering as a subject. My vice principal challenged me to know about the JEE, and then actually I appeared for JEE. I cleared JEE, so that's an accidental. In fact, I was not aware about this computer science. I'm talking about this 88, right? I chose the field that called civil engineering. But when I got into the institute, people said that, yes, I believe you should pursue computer science. And that was just emerging. We were not aware about how to start the computer, let me just tell you. And so I had to take a branch change. So in that first year, I was the 3rd topper, and that helped me to take a branch change, and that's why I came into the world of computer, okay? So that's where it is, and today, if you just look at, you asked about the dilemma. The dilemma is there with everyone. I heard this particular question from that particular kid. The dilemma is there for everyone. It is all about that, just believe in yourself and take that particular step, that is the first steps towards whatever that your interest area is. Take that step. I think that's where actually you will find the beginning, okay? That's it.
So, Mr. Manish.
Yeah, so I think what Arvind sir said is pretty much sums the way I also pursued engineering. When I started planning after my 12th, the biggest question which we are discussing right now, what after 12th, was with me also. And in 12th, I took all the subjects as generally everybody does, PC, M, and B both, so that I have choices for opting all the options available with me. And the way I moved forward till my 12th, my choice of engineering became because of elimination of other choices. You know, I went to engineering because I eliminated biology, because I understood that that's not the area I went into. I will not venture into, because though I scored highest in biology, but I didn't like doing it. So that was the area I didn't choose biology as a subject of mine. I was interested in chemistry, as a matter of fact, and that time during our common, examination, allotment times of state board, we had one college. LIT was definitely, I come from a very, education-wise, I come from not a topper across the college school level. I was always a mediocre kid. And my choices for IITs were not there. That was not my options at all. That was not in my list to look into. And when I was thinking as one, colleague, one senior of mine suggested, why don't you look for chemical engineering as an option? Because we had one recent college which started chemical engineering, and my percentage was good enough to get there. So I took chemical engineering over there. After 2 months of attending the college, I realized that's not the area I want to get into. So what's Mr. DC, the motivational speaker, was talking, the path is not straight, I can 100% relate to it. There will be bumps, there will be left and right turns where you are walking on a road which you feel is a cemented straight road, but there will be a lot of changes which will happen. It's bound to happen because maybe because of the course of action which you are taking may not be right. When you realize it, it's not right. So that time, Raisoni was the college which started with a new branch as a production engineering. I took that because that was the only choice I had that time. After 2 months, when all the rounds were completed, and I realized chemical engineering was not the area of my.
So what made you to choose production then?
Because that was the only option available for me.
Okay.
At the last round to get into production engineering. So I can relate to the kid who have asked the question, or people who are not asking the question at all. Where to go, what to do. Many a times, you don't get a choice of exactly this branch or this college. But few options which you always can keep in your mind is branch over, branch over the brand, which will always take you to a higher levels. Few informed decisions which will help you. So I had few of my friends and colleagues who helped me out choosing that. After production engineering, I am not from an IT background. I didn't do my CSIT or anything. I'm from a mechanical engineering background. After being first year topper from that area, I changed my branch to mechanical. Because all my friends were in mechanical. Again, uninformed decision happened over there. But that led to a lot of areas of, self-realization where I learned from. And after that, I did 2 years of my, internship as mechanical engineer on shop floors. Then where I realized that, core field is something which I like, I want to be in. And when I did my management and went into IT, I changed my role over 17 years of my experience in the same organization. Every 3 years, I change my roles in the organization. 3-4 years, I've changed my roles. And I started with mechanical as a unit where I was, doing strategies and drilling down of how we are doing business and how we can improve account mining of that particular business in my organization then. So that's the journey. And it happened by accident. It was not planned. But with time, realization and making informed decision over a period of time of what I don't like, eliminating the odds and then moving ahead is what made me what I'm doing today.
Okay, that's great because accidental decisions are different. If you do not carry on, then it will become again a pain over there. Yeah. So, Dr. Raisoni.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Good evening to all. And I proudly say I come from a family of engineers. So my father is a civil engineer by profession. He worked for government of Maharashtra. He built 3 big dams in the region. And they are acting as a big water source, right? Just not for maybe drinking water, but as well as maybe the agriculture people who need it very badly in our region. So he was my inspiration always. And maybe my uncle, he was again an electrical engineer. He retired as a chief engineer. And he was running big power stations. So I could see some of those things as a young kid. So a lot of things what I learned when I was in my schools, and I was a school topper as well throughout. So my father used to teach me mathematics and how methodical he used to be, how he used to tell me certain things around mathematics and why it is important in his field. So that kind of inspired me, right, that I should pursue engineering. I must say I had maybe biology as an option in my 12th. Maybe we had a lot of doctors in my family as well. So I was not sure, like some of the people in this room, right? What after 12th? Should we go for engineering or maybe go for become a doctor, right? Unfortunately, I thought that if you want to become a doctor, you may need to study for 10 years. That's a stigma a lot of people have, even I had that. And maybe I thought it's not for me. In a way, I could have got admission. So luckily, I mean, that time we used to have CET exams. I cleared that. And I always wanted to be maybe in among top 3, wherever I wanted to be. So we used to have 70-30 quota back then, right? Wherein you study from a particular board, you can get admission there, or if you go out, there used to be tough competition. So one of the engineering colleges, it's a tier 2 college, but good thing was in Amravati University, almost all the toppers used to come from that college. I'm talking about SSGMC College, Sri Sant Gajanan Maharaj College of Engineering. And even batch before me, out of 25 toppers in first year, almost 22 were from that college. And I wanted to take admission there. I was getting admission in government college. I did not go there. And I took admission in electronics engineer because there was a tough competition for CS in that college. Luckily, I was 10th university rank holder after a lot of hard work in my first year engineering. And I changed my branch to CS. And there is a story behind this. And that's where I would say, I mean, for the students in this room, it's always important that there should be a mentor in your life. So the inflection point for me to go into CS happened when I took my admission in my 11th. And we had our chemistry teacher, and we had a good lab in our school at that time. So chemistry teacher, after taking admission, he said, like, okay, you should enroll for a computer course in our school. And that's where I met one of my good instructors. He taught me programming. I learned how programming was. And that's where I created more interest in CS. And that's where I got fascinated about going in computer science. And that's where my journey started as a student of engineering, and more importantly, becoming a IT engineer, right? Because programming fascinated me. And I went on to maybe do a lot of things as a student as well, wherein I won some competitions wherein you need to present some unique ideas, right? And that's where, which is very relevant now. We talk about artificial intelligence. So I was a third-year engineering student. So I came up with the idea of automatic programming. You tell the computer, you heard the motivational speaker talk about this. You give the input, you know what should be the output. So my idea was very simple. You tell the computer what your input is. You tell the computer what should be your output. And computer is going to write a program for you. And that's where I learned a lot of things around genetic programming, evolutionary algorithms. And by using inspiration in nature, I was able to build a prototype which was successful. And in a way, I won a competition as well. I was competing against IITs and NIT guys from a tier 2 college, and I won a second prize in the national competition. So that's how my journey started, wherein I would say all the students in the room, there are 3 C's which are important, and I follow in my life as well today, right? First is you should be always having curiosity. You heard the other speakers before me, right? You should always have passion for learning. Always look at what, how, and that is very, very critical. That's what I kept going even today in me. Next is creativity. We live in a world wherein innovation is going to be very, very important. You need to always think out of box. I mean, anything which is conventional, which is happening now, it needs to change. And third, which is very, very important, again, you heard the motivational speaker say, is commitment. If you are not committed or passionate about what you're trying to do in your life, maybe there's thousands of ideas, but if you don't pick up on maybe your commitment, you'll not be able to execute on that. So I must say, in my life, I have always kept that commitment going. And that's where I am where I am, right? By looking at other successful people. Because I was always very passionate about what I wanted to do in my life.
Very insightful. As you were saying that, think out of the box. I mean, just not to create a confusion there. So as our speaker was also talking about, that everybody cannot be an entrepreneur on that. So how you derive that out of box thinking for everyone over there? It is just enough for problem solving skills, or what they should think of it? If you can just give some insights on that.
No, I think this is a very, very important question, right? And it's a very pertinent question even I ask myself, right, when I'm dealing with my daughter as a student, right? Because we live in 21st century, we are already going through 4th industrial revolution, right? And we are in the midst of 5th industrial revolution. So in 4th industrial revolution, what has happened is we are seeing technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and everything, right, impacting our day-to-day life. And it's going to completely change how we live our life and maybe what we do presently. That's where it becomes very pertinent that as students, as young minds, right, we are able to look at different problems what we face in our life from different solutions. Don't look at conventional solutions which are out there. We need to look at new solutions for solving the same problems, or maybe new problems may arise. So as an example, a lot of people are worried about how artificial intelligence is going to impact us, whether it's going to have a concept of singularity, wherein it's going to take maybe over humans and things like that. So that's where a lot of new fields are coming in, right? Wherein as a student, I can look at maybe learning those new skills and maybe performing certain things in a different way, so that when I'm doing certain things, I'm looking at new approaches. And that's where we need to take a more methodical approach. I must say, wherein as parents, as teachers, or maybe possible mentors, we have a very important role to play, wherein we give our kids new problems to solve. We tell them that, okay, this is a problem, and you need to come up with a new solution. And provide some guardrails to them so that they can basically look at how this was done by somebody else, give them some case studies, and see how they're able to come up with innovative solutions for the same problems, and how we can maybe then refine those problems. And that's where I'm seeing some of the schools are implementing new solutions like tinkering labs. Maybe there are a lot of hackathons which are happening, right, wherein you are given certain problems and you need to solve those. So maybe in summary, if I need to say, we need to create an environment wherein we allow our kids to fail and learn from those failures and keep on doing better from that. Because even people say, right, when Edison came up with the idea of bulb, right, he failed possibly thousands of times, and then only he was able to be successful. So that fear of failure need to come out, and we need to give a framework wherein these kids could come up with these new innovative ideas, new solutions, and maybe we solve some of the common problems what we face. That's my take on that.
That's great. I think I was speaking to Sachin sir, if I'm not wrong, over there during our conversation while we were sitting. I think there are a lot of initiatives been taken by the Raisoni over there on this aspect, that how they are bringing those case studies and creating those minds over there in terms that critical thinking can be done. So that's really recommendable. So sir, I missed to ask you over there, what made you choose engineering and not the medical, because you passed everything?
Yeah, I did pass the medical, but I had already joined the IIT BHU, Varanasi.
Okay.
And the medical result came afterwards. And I felt that there is an engineering in medical as well, right? Because in the medical world also, if you just look at, there is a lot of instruments and a lot of technology which is there. So I felt that if I have to pursue medical, probably I can do it through the engineering route also, okay? So I continued with the engineering, and definitely as it evolved, I did see a lot of engineering in the life sciences and the healthcare, right? So,
okay,
yeah.
That's good, sir. So, because now we are in the stage where we are talking about the engineering aspirants, their choices, their selections, okay? How they should build on a strong foundation. When it comes to on a subject, on a core area as well, it is just not IT now, because IT is everywhere. So how they can build on a strong foundation, sir?
See, one, I would say, even though we talk about the engineering and in an extended form, the science, technology, and engineering and maths, right? But it is important that whatever the engineering branch that you are pursuing, choose some of the problem that you want to solve through that particular stream, right? For example, if you are interested in the automobile as an area, right? Study about the automobile domain. Starting with the history of some of the companies which just manufacture the automobile, right? The cars or trucks and the buses. Starting with the history. Like, for example, if I am interested in a car, can I go and read about the Tata Motors? How did Tata Motors start? Who was the first CEO? Who were the people who made that particular first automobile? Or when did the Tata Motor came about the first car, right? So different products and the solutions that particular organization is coming. So go into that history, because that particular history will give you a passion, right? And if you have a passion, then definitely you will not stop just at a history level. You will go deeper into the car, right? If I have to bring a change into that particular car, for example, if I had to put a wings to the car, what that means in terms of changing the features, in terms of the functionalities or the components, right? Go into that way. So if you go from the arts to the science or humanities to the science, it helps you to bring a passion into particular subject. For example, again, another example, if you're interested in the financial world, the banking world, can you know about the banking first? If you know about the banking and different banks which is operating in India and as well as the overseas, and what are those different features of a bank is, even to extent of all those saving accounts, to current accounts, to loan, the advances or equity, many such kind of things which happens in the financial world. Then if you come back and apply the engineering principle or technology principle, you are going to get the success. The core part which I am trying to say is that you need to generate a passion into that particular field where through the means of a technology and engineering, you want to solve the problem, right? If you understand that particular domain and generate a passion, you would be able to apply the technology and you will be able to find out certain solutions which probably someone else has not found or discovered. Okay, so that's how actually I put the crux there. Yeah.
So the passion is important. Passion, the focus is important, really, right? So, I mean, while we are building this foundation, it is also important that how they can enhance their employability as well. So, Mr. Manish, with all your professional experience, can you suggest as how they build their professional skills, non-technical skills, as we were talking about the communications and everything, and what are the better ways to approach to gain an insight of the industry at the early stage for them? It is very important because every company, I mean, Tech Mahindra, Tata, L&T, they're all looking for ready engineers, because it is always challenge for any industry to give them a training for a year to build them to bring into that platform. So at an early stage, what they can do it to be ready employable in that sense.
I think that's a very valid thing today, and that's something which differentiates every individual from every other. So passion is what I think rightly Arvind sir said, is the moment you decide once you are into engineering and the moment you decide which areas you want to tackle or the areas of interest of yours and you understand various, pods. I will not specifically say that one particular domain, but yes, there are few areas which you like, apart from which areas you don't. And once you selectively start looking in details of that area, then passionately pursue that area with going in depth of that in terms of gaining knowledge, getting deeper details of how it started, what you're doing, what value add you can do it. The general difference the biggest lacuna which we see generally is students start preparing after third year or sixth sem. When they know that the industries are coming for placements, they start doing their communications and then, editorial readings and so on and so forth, which doesn't work that way. You can't learn editorials or you just by reading editorials over a period of 1 week, 10 days, 15 days, you can't go through that. So it's a continuous process, right? It starts from the moment you decide to get into engineering, thinking about the area which you are passionate about, getting deep knowledge about that area, Start pursuing that area in depth about, suppose if I like manufacturing as an area because I am from mechanical. So I selected my electives also related to automobiles, which was my deep interest. Even the industry where I went into, I started working with, in my company, I started working with manufacturing as a vertical, where I was very passionate and interested to work into. I worked with all the top 7, manufacturing majors where our company was working with. So basically, to be passionate about one particular domain, but getting details into that area to understand your likes and dislikes of that area and start pursuing it point to point will add a lot of value, not only for only placements, but in a long term future, which will add incremental value daily, and overall it will be a whole as a package, when you start for your placements, or you look as an entrepreneur journey, or you talk about your passion with your friends also, it will help a lot.
Okay, great. I think Dr. Rizwan, you highlighted one point that you need a mentor, and this is like one platform which Raisoni is really building it out and carrying with it is to give the guidelines. So how you think that they should approach to get a mentor or to a platform where they can get this insights at an early stage?
This is very important. I mean, we always keep hearing a lot of success stories from our history as well, right? If you look at a lot of successful people, why they were successful, because there were certain mentors in their life, they were guiding them. So again, in this 21st century, getting a mentor is very, very pertinent thing. So I would say we could have 2 types of mentors. One could be mentors who could be physically accessible to you. Maybe they could be your teachers in your school, or maybe teachers in your colleges, right, and other places, or people whom you look at as an ideal, right, in a way, wherever you are, and maybe they are approachable to you. So you can always go and talk to them, talk about your life goals, learning goals, share what you are trying to do, right? And maybe through that interaction, right, you might get some valuable advice, right, considering them being experts in their field, right, and that's going to change course of your life. It happened with me, that's why I'm sharing this as an example. And second thing where I feel the second option which this generation has, which I possibly did not have when I was a student, like almost all the people in this room, is we have a lot of digital platforms these days. So in a way, we have social media platforms like LinkedIn. So even I have listed myself on LinkedIn as a mentor, wherein people approach me through LinkedIn asking advice about their professional career, maybe their startup or their entrepreneurship journey. So what I'm trying to give as an example here is, we can approach a lot of people through digital mediums and make them our mentors. And I've seen a lot of successful people, they come forward and they help you. Even I reach out to a lot of people in other parts of the world where I need advice on the technical front, personal front, and they're able to give me guidance. So in summary, some people who could act as mentor who are close to you in the physical vicinity, some people could be approached via digital mediums. And that's where I've also found a lot of valuable advice in terms of whatever I'm doing in my life. So that's going to be the same advice to everyone in the room.
That's great, that's great. Out of this, I mean, my suggestion would be to always remember one thing, which is very, very critical and crucial, is learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because you will get at a lot of stages where you will have to keep learning new things and forgetting what you have learned over there, because probably that might not. Forgetting means you don't have to really, any learning is always good over there, but then you don't have to really go out of it. But it is required to unlearn and relearn and to move forward. So moving forward, I think if there is any question from the audience, we would like to. Any question, audience? Find one? Okay. I think there is no question. If so, yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go first. So maybe I know Manish sir talked about it very briefly, right? But I'll start with my student journey, right? So what I used to do is when I was a computer science student, I used to look at that time what industry requirements are and which subjects are relevant. So maybe not all of the students might not know the subjects what I'm talking about, but some of you might know. So maybe at that time C programming was something which was very heavily used. We had subject like data structures, discrete mathematics, software engineering, right? So what I used to do is maybe in my college days, I used to look at those subjects and those electives. I used to choose those subjects, and I always made sure that I get the highest mark in those subjects. Even I remember, I'm not sure whether the record is broken now, in data structures, I had 92 marks out of 100, and it used to be a very tough subject. The next person to me was in 80s. So you can imagine, right, in a way there was a huge gap. Same was discrete mathematics. So why I'm giving my personal example here is, as student, first choose the subjects from your branch which are relevant in industry. That's number one. Number two is, as the other speakers before me talked about, there is something called as life skills. And in life skills, something which is very, very critical is wherein how I communicate with others is something which is very important. I have seen best people in industry that they could be the best developers, best coders, best solution architects. But when it comes to communicating their thoughts to maybe people with whom they're interacting, and if they're not able to do it rightly, they fail at their jobs miserably. So that's where my request to all the students would be build those life skills, which are very, very important in 21st century. And extension of that life skill is collaboration. In a way, when we work in a team, it's very, very important that we collaborate with each other. I should have compatibility. And that's where there is one word, if you have not heard about, maybe you should go and search more and read more about it, is called as emotional intelligence, wherein every person is very unique, right? Maybe I am unique, other people on this panel and people in this room, they are all unique. But I should find maybe my compatibility to work with them when I'm working with them in a team environment. That is something which is very, very important. And very specifically, if I talk about IT skills, as you also heard previous speakers say, you should always have that mindset of learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because when I started my journey as an IT professional, and I look back at what I learned then, and what I'm doing now, and what I'm doing every day, I need to keep learning something to keep ensuring that I'm able to do my job properly. So that's where it becomes very critical that we keep learning something new every day. And I also try to learn maybe one thing new every day. That is something which I try to do. So that's going to be my advice to everyone here. And specifically for computer science, IT, cybersecurity, and that kind of areas, what I would say is there are certain specialized subjects. You also have a lot of courses available online. Even I take those courses online from all top universities. That's the advantage. People have this now and we did not have. You can enroll for the best course on maybe data structure or maybe computer programming online from Stanford. I can go on MIT and all different places, and you can acquire those skills. So learn whatever you are able to learn from other places while you are in your college. And more importantly, whatever you're learning, put that to practical use. I did that in my student days, wherein whatever I learned, I tried to solve some problems around that. So practically, whatever you have learned, try to implement it, try to solve some common problems. And that's what maybe companies look for when they come and try to interview you around some of the skills which I talked about, wherein you need to be having those cross-functional skills. You are able to maybe look at all the problems from the perspective of coming up with new innovative solutions. So that's my take on this.
Just to add to what Dr. Rijwan just mentioned, I would like to add few things. If you are getting into an engineering, so it's a 4-year courses, right? So then you would be getting BTech in whatever the engineering stream. But it's important for you to understand that degree is just one channel. The school and the college, the classroom teaching is just one channel. you need to keep your eyes and ears open to harness different channels to acquire the skills and the competency. At the end of the day, if you just look at, Manish just mentioned that he was into mechanical engineering and in the IT world. Dr. Rijwan mentioned that he was in electronics and communications and now into IT world, right? So during the whole course, we discover ourselves. This 4 years is a process of a discovery, right? And how do you actually help yourself to discover your areas of an interest, the niche area where you want to actually make your career? There are many channels which is there. One of the channel, for example, is an internship channel, which is there in the new education policy, which says that every year you should pursue some internship. Can you actually pursue certain internship in different kind of industry? Not necessarily the industry where you want to. It could be, for example, you can have an internship in a startup. It can have an internship in a middle segment. You can have an internship in a large organization, or you can have an internship in non-Indian companies. You understand, right? So various different kind of an internship that you like to pursue. Second way of acquiring the channel is industrial visits. For example, in Nagpur, there are many areas where actually so many industries is there. Even if you want to pursue in the IT, as I said, context and the domain is important. For example, you want to pursue in IT in aviation and defense, can you actually go and visit Tata Advanced System, which is there in Mihan? Or for example, Dassault Rafale, which is there in Mihan? Or Thales Rafale, which is there in Mihan? Or Boeing Air India, which is there in Mihan? You understand it? So many industries which is there. Once you actually go into that particular industry as an industrial visits, you would be able to acquire certain context, right? I was talking about a passion, because the context comes, then the passion will come. Then you would be able to apply whatever the engineering and technology elements which you have acquired as a part of those 4 years, you would be able to apply and find out the solutions. Third element for you is also important, is that so many hackathons which has come into this particular space today. You are fortunate, you are living in a world where actually so many platforms which has come, right? Whether it is for coding, whether it is for soft skills or certain case studies, many such kind of hackathons that has come. Even Toyathon is there, right? Gamathon is there. We all love games, we all love toys. Can you actually participate in those hackathons? So that's another channel that you need to harness while actually you are having those 4 years journey. Fourth element, the fourth channel for acquiring the skills is certifications. Dr. Rijwan just said that so many platforms today which is there, whether it is a Coursera to LinkedIn to Udemy, many such kind of a courses which is there, or MPTL, many such kind of a platforms that is there. So besides the classroom teaching, besides the acquiring the knowledge through the teachers in the classroom, you have different kind of a platforms. You need to harness those platforms to acquire those skills and competencies, right? And even beyond that, I will give you the fifth channel as well. Can you actually go look around, see through, and see the nature itself? See what is happening in the society, the mohallas, right? The city and the state. And there are so many problem statements that you will find out. Is it possible for you to apply your interest, your technology, your engineering stream to actually solve some of the problems in the society, or get inspired by how actually nature solved this particular problem? Is it possible for you to do that? So what I'm saying is that these 4 years, don't keep it in a static, just going through the books and solving the problems which is there at the end of the chapter. Yes, that is important. Securing marks is important. But at the same time, also actually harness some of the other channels which is there at your disposal to acquire certain skills and the competency where you are passionate, where you see certain opportunity, where you can apply and be successful.
That's really a great insight, sir. Yeah, Manish.
So just, Rizwan and Arvind sir said exactly what it is all about, but the only difference of that delta, because in a batch of 400 people, what delta you add on to that 400 people and what you additional come up with is what sets you apart.
That's correct.
Because in a batch, when I'm going for recruitment, everybody have almost the same ability and marks across the table. Because if you are sitting in an institute which are level equal, everybody at the same level. What makes a difference between you and So what makes a difference between you and the friend sitting next to you is that delta. How you apply that delta, whether it's through hackathons, participation, internships, certification, different courses, electives, problem-solving attitudes and other thing. Apart from that, participation in a lot of activities in colleges. What I discovered during my 4 years of tenure in the college is my very, person who was very middle bencher always, neither a last bencher, neither a front bencher throughout my school and colleges. Suddenly, I discovered myself as a president for everything happened in my college. In my mechanical, I was the president for my department. In my management, I was president for my college. That was the area which I discovered, where community coming together, working together as a group, meeting different kind of people. Because earlier I was in Nagpur, all friends are alike, of like-minded people, same societal living, same mohalla kind of structure. When suddenly stepping into engineering, you come into people where they are coming from 10 different states, 20 different states. You meet different people with different kind of thought processes. So the way you build your relationship, communication with them, that angle is also very interesting and intriguing. And that's how it adds value as a personality.
That's the point I wanted to bring. What value you are bringing on the board, it is really, really crucial, it is important. And I am very efficient, but if I am not effective, we have no place, to be very honest. And that's where we always look for problem-solving approach. If you have that approach, skills may be over there, but the life skills is very, very important, how you are approaching that. So that delta which we are talking about is the value which we are bringing together with from your side. And it is really, really important how it matches to the company or to your work. I hope we have justified the answer over there. It was great honor from the Raisoni group to have all of us over here. Thank you, Arvind sir. Thank you, Manish, and thank you, Dr. Rizwan.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all. But let me tell you, we all are sitting, and especially to you guys, 12th aspirants, and who are choosing their careers ahead. It's a very highly competitive area. I thank myself that I'm not sitting in your era today, because seeing 10th results today, what it's going through, 90 plus everywhere, 96 plus is mind-boggling. But you don't need to bog about too much about it. It's all about taking small steps, incremental steps, which will add a lot of value over a period of time. There'll be no change suddenly happening today or tomorrow. It's incremental steps which will add value to your life. So good luck to all of you. I'm sure you'll do your best in your life and choose your best career path ahead. All wishes from my side.
So I'll just add one thing, right? And our motivational speaker also talked about it, right? So when you're going through this journey, don't forget to enjoy it. That's very, very important. Don't get bogged down by studies or maybe pressure, or especially we call it as peer pressure. Not everyone can be a topper in your class. We need to realize that, right? So personalization is very important. You need to know what your purpose is, what your passion is, right? And try to work on that. That's going to be very, very important. And enjoy the journey. As Manish was saying, right? I used to be a backbencher in my college. I was university topper in my final year. A lot of people thought even I'm not going to pass that year. That the kind of life we kind of enjoyed as student in my final year. So you can imagine, you'll forget about your studies, but the days are going to live by and you'll be having those memories with you forever. So whatever you're doing in your life, it's very important that you enjoy those moments, but don't forget your purpose. That is something which is very, very important. So once again, I would like to thank the RGI group for giving us the opportunity to be here. And I would like to wish all the aspirants here all the very best in their lives. Thank you once again.
I thank all the panelists for sharing their views and insights. I now call upon Professor Sonali Ridorkar to deliver the vote of thanks.
A warm and graceful evening to our dignitaries present on the dais and off the dais, Honorable Chairman RJS Sunilji Raisoni, Chief Guest of today's function Dr. Manoj Daigawane, Joint Director Technical Education Regional Office Nagpur, Mr. Simerjeet Singh, Motivational Speaker, Mr. Arvind Kumar, TCS Center Head, Mr. Manish Agrawal, Operation Head Tech Mahindra, Nagpur, Dr. Rizwan Ahmed, Division Head Digital Innovations at Delaplex, Mr. Sanjeev Dubey, Chief Technology Officer at GSF, Director GHRIT Dr. Vivek Kapoor, and Director GHRC Dr. Untawale, Coordinator of the program, parents, engineering aspirants, participants, committee members, and everyone gathered here. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the influence of those who work really hard to make this seminar on what next after 12th, a career guidance for 12th engineering aspirant students happen. On behalf of Raisoni Group of Institution, extend my most sincere thanks to Chief Guest Manoj Daigawane, sir, for taking time from his busy schedule to be with us and providing insight on DT engineering admission and documentation processes. I extend my really heartfelt thanks to Mr. Simerjeet Singh, sir, for his words of inspiration and encouragement on this special day that are greatly appreciated. Thanks to expert panelists. I am immensely thankful to expert panel members of today's session, Mr. Arvind Kumar, Mr. Manish Agrawal, Dr. Rizwan Ahmed, Dr. Sanjeev Dubey, for thought-provoking insight to discover the hidden gems, unveiling success secret tips for engineering aspirants. My gratitude goes to Chairman Sri Sunilji Raisoni for motivating us to conduct such event with his blessing and the grace. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Director GHRC, Dr. Sachin Untawale, Director GHRIT, Dr. Vivek Kapoor, sir, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as a pillar of strength. I also extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Aditya Bhandari, Dr. Mrinal Naik, Amit Gandhare, and their entire team for extending their help and support. An event like this cannot be happened overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and bird's eye efforts for details. We have been fortunate to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated faculty members. I would like to also thank the people who work behind the scene to make this event happen, our technical team, arrangement team, stage setting, publicity team, lightning stage arrangement team, and PRO staff. Last but not the least, a big thanks to each one of you who made this seminar program memorable for all of us. I express my sincere gratitude to all delegates, parents, and engineering aspirants. I believe each one of you will take the learnings gathered here to a higher level of prosperity and for the betterment of our students. Good luck. In future, if you require any kind of assistance, or feel free to contact GH Raisoni Institute of Engineering and Technology for the assistance in admission and documentation processes. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you all once again for making us play an important part of your life-changing experience. We are indeed privileged for this. Best wishes on choosing the right career path ahead. For more such events and updates, please visit our website, www.sgrkf.com. Our seats are limited, so don't miss out on this golden opportunity. Goodbye to all. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.